Opening roads to last the ages and unite all lands. Where do you come from? Yeah! I'll send a cup over! Ah! Where do you come from? Yeah! Dance of the heavens! Ah! Yep. Hup. Ta. Hup. Hut. Yet. Hup. Yet. I'll send a cup over. Dance of the heavens! Yeah! Huh? Ah! Where do you come from? Where do you come from? Yeah! I'll send a cup over! Ah! Dance of the heavens! Behold the might of Jinhua! For a night of festivities! Since you're 1,000 miles away, this letter shall express my longing. We may be forging our own paths.
Pentakill!
Opening roads to last the ages and unite all lands. The wind stirs with the force of 1,000,000 galloping horses! I promised your ancestors I would protect the seas of Min. Turning rivers. Toward the horizon. I shall never forget the promise I once made. The wind stirs with the force of 1,000,000 galloping horses!
Opening roads to last the ages and unite all lands. Where do you come from? Yeah! I'll send a cup over! Ah! Where do you come from? Yeah! Dance of the heavens! Ah! Yep! Hup! Ta! Hup! Hut! Yet! Hup! Yet! I'll send a cup over! Dance of the heavens! Yeah! Huh? Ah! Where do you come from? Where do you come from? Yeah! I'll send a cup over! Ah!
Hello and welcome back, guys. You are watching the Blossom Cup, and we are here at the grand finals. So, after a long, tedious journey, we have our final three representatives, the three bouquet champions from each block. Now, finally, looking at them, Jenny, you are here at the caster's desk, and this is the first region exclusive tournament for HOK. What do you think? What kind of matches are we going to see today?
Well, this is my actually the first time I'm witnessing as well as casting an HOK tournament. But like you, Ox, I am very much excited and I want to see some neck to neck matches with a lot of clash, comebacks, turnarounds. So basically, I'm just waiting to go on a roller coaster of emotions right now.
Uh-huh. That is so understandable. And we are already looking at two of the top teams. It's going to be PUPU'S Gang versus Team Chocobars. Now, let's see. I do definitely want to see how many supporters each team has. So, guys, you know the drill, right? So, do like, share, and subscribe to the channel and comment which team are you supporting.
Well, Poo Gang and Choco Bars sounds. I mean, this sounds funny, but I hope their gameplay is not as funny as they sound, and it's in fact a blockbuster performance that we might see today. Anyway, since you have been in the tournament for a while right now, why don't you give me quick close up or for whatever have been going on with the teams right now, like the reputation and everything.
Let's see. I think all the teams do have a solid repo. And as for favorites, this is really hard to pick because they are all representing their own respective bouquets. Like Pupu's Gang is the Carnation champion, whereas Chocobars is the Wisteria champion. So it's going to be really hard. But if we come to the heroes, I feel like there are a few heroes like Trancer or even Luna, which are good enough, like worthy of respect bans for each of the teams. Now the question is, have they done their homeworks? Because I would definitely love to see a lot of strategies and the micros which are in play. But at the same time, Jenny, weren't we supposed to have giveaways as well with this? Happened.
Oh yes, oh yes. Well, guys, those who are watching, please remember that we're gonna have giveaways where everybody can participate, and you might just win a lot of tokens. So the giveaway winner will be chosen in the chat. So if you are active in the chat, if you are constantly participating, sharing, and liking the stream, you have a high chance of winning. So go ahead and don't miss out the chance.
Definitely. Now, finally, we will soon be diving into the match. It's going to be flat out two matches, and this is a round robin. So, well, it's obviously better if you win, but who am I kidding? It's always better if you win. So, do you think we will actually see a 2-0 wipeout, or maybe it will be a 1-1? Oh my god, the point system will be in play once again. What do you think, Jenny? Like, in a best of seven series, we could actually hope for like a 4-0 clean sweep, then we would actually have lesser work as casters because we can just have a free time, go back for dinners or desserts and stuff. But right now, we are going to be here casting all of the matches. But then again, I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty exciting. They are going to show us our time's worth.
Well, a best of two series. We have a best of two series, right? So it is kind of nerve wracking when it comes to best of two because you don't want to lose any match, you don't want to take any chance, you have to give your best, you cannot wait for surprises, you cannot keep your cards. So in a best of two, you either make it or let it go. So I think both the teams are gonna have to give their best, like you said. And I'm just excited to see honestly because this is like I said my first time, and I'm just simply excited even though I have no idea what's gonna happen. I'm just hoping for the best.
Alright, that is so same. Like, although I've seen a lot of matches, but this is my first time casting here as well. So we are definitely dying to see what they're gonna show us, and I'm pretty excited. Like, but when is the drafting phase gonna start? Do we have any information from the technical team? Because even I'm waiting what is going on. But until then,
For the
Jenny,
while we wait for the confirmation from the
is
technical
your
team.
favorite hero?
Yeah, I was actually coming to that. I was actually coming to that. Like while we wait for the technical team, I installed the game like 2 days back, 2 or 3 days
Uh huh.
back, and I leveled up till level 6 because I was so excited to rank up. But then I thought, let's wait before I
Oh,
rank up. And the hero that I spammed is Solaris. Solaris.
Solar.
Hui. Yeah, Solaris
Okay.
or Hui. I mean, which one is the hero
Yeah.
name here? Hui or Solaris?
Yeah, the hero name is gonna be Hoi, and Solaris is the
Okay.
title. He's an enforcer who was like, given the duty by Duwa, the Celestial. in order to protect the Sun Tower. With the power of the Sun Tower, he is definitely a good hero, a good DPS marksman who is good in the late. But oh, with this, guys, we are already jumping into the drafting phase. And look at that, it's going to be Hishing Band coming in from the blue team. And it's going to be PUPU'S gang on the blue team, whereas Team Chocobar is on the red side.
Okay, well, the drafting had just started, and which hero did just get banned, main?
Yeah, it's gonna be Yixing. He is kind of a control mage, like, Yixing gives you a lot of like area map dominance because of his 3G checkerboard. So it's gonna be good. He can pick off or like trap heroes. Liang, on the other hand, his power word control. Like all those power words, his spells are definitely troublesome. He has a suppress ability with a range. So these are completely understandable. On the other side, we see a Lapu Lapu and a Xiao Xiao. Okay, I did not expect a
What?
Xiao Xiao to be bad.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Did I hear Lapu or something?
Yes, yes, the Lapu Lapu. He is like, he's a tank roamer here and he has his passive, the CB's favor, which is actually pretty good for early marksman because he just gives extra defense points and then you can just be extra offensive. But we do see Haya and Ogren. This is definitely going a bit on the early side. Like, Haya is pretty good because she has literally 0 to no cooldown. And even when her skills are in a cooldown after the 3 consecutive hits, like she does have those enhanced basic attacks. Ogren as well, like once he is level 4, like he's pretty much like good enough for commitments. Even Aryan, even after the nerfs and patchworks, I feel like he has a lot of early game damage. So the damage compilation from PUPU'S side is definitely going to be a bit in the early, like, invade or gank kind of composition. Whereas if you look at Team Chocobar, Shangfei, even Wang Xiaojun, like these are kind of like disengage based heroes. So while the disengage is pretty good, I feel like the pick-off potential is a bit lacking.
Okay. You definitely the pink of potential, especially if you're gonna go and mark the backline. But yes, I think the drafts are drafting right, man. Looking at so far so good, right? Well, who do you think is already having an upper hand with this draft?
Now, it's pretty hard to say, but I would definitely say that Chocobars right now needs a bit of dive potential as well as a bit of pick-up because the backlane is going to be so safe. Aryan also has his ultimate to securely run away. So let us see. And it's going to be Dahlia ban. Like Lianpo is a bit questionable. Dahlia, on the other hand, like we definitely did not want consecutive ultimates coming in. So that is understandable. Agudo and Hanshin. Frankly speaking, I've never seen chocobars used in Agudo. So it's kind of feels like a wasted ban, but okay. Hanshin, on the other hand, I feel like Senpai does use that hero a lot as well. But it's got Musashi. That's interesting indeed. He does have a bit of a dive potential. He has a one burst, like, one hit KO kind of. But then again, he does need a bit of snowball because without his snowball, he's definitely gonna lack in the late game.
Okay. Well, with that, I want to know about what's the esports scene in India regarding HOK and what the metas are, especially the Indian meta. How about you elaborate a little bit about that?
Now, this is a bit tricky. Like, I don't feel like India has a meta yet. So that is exactly why these tournaments come into play and are very important. But look at that. Yes, his favorite hero just got picked.
All right.
Yeah, so it's got blue team with they have the Zhuangzi as well. Like, the good thing about Zhuangzi is that his ultimate gives you the cleanse. So he's an anti-CC. So even though the enemy has a Zhangfei, they have Wang Xiaojun, but all those freeze, the knockback, all the CC is gonna be cleansed by Zhuangzi. And he also has that heal spell onto him. So the drafting is actually pretty good. Like, the strategies are visible. They are trying to counter each other. So this is definitely gonna be good for us. An interesting match indeed. But then again, I feel like a snowball potential is definitely important. But the amount of early game potential Team PUPU'S gang has, this is gonna be really, really troublesome.
Well, we're gonna be into the game very soon, but before that, I want to say somebody said made a life series the other complicated HOK heroes can names, and I so very much agree. In my think so.
You're right. This is so true, so relatable. I've seen a lot of people, like even me, like struggling in the first, like, what is this penguin? Because why is this show? Why is this show? Okay, I'm like, I'm so done with these a few things. But then again, with this, guys, finally we are here at the Heroes Gorge and looking at the game. Let us see soon. We will be seeing what everyone is going to. Are they prioritizing the Crimson Golem? Is it going to be the Azure Golem? The fight is already looking pretty good. Okay. The scoreboard is actually 0-0. But then again, there is a bit of a clash. Okay. And we do see that the mid lane clashes are a bit going on.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to wait for 2 minutes more for the game to start. But till then, I would really like to talk more about the game here. So the thing is, I do not know much about what's going on in the game, but I'm very much interested. So you've been mentioning Main, and your name here is also Main. So I really want to know more about this hero. If you don't mind saying me.
Yeah, I know, right? She is a martial genius and she is like a bit of tactical hero, mechanical. Like you have a lot of combos. You can use a 1-1, 1-2, 2-2, 2-1, like depending upon which skill you use after which skill. And the best part, the names. Her skills are actually named like, whatever one and whatever two. But whatever, whatsoever combo is pretty good.
First
Once
blood,
again, we
for
see
the
Gwen is
first
trying to go
blood.
in.
And there's 3 more. They're chasing down Phoebe inside there. Look at that. And Chocobar takes away 2 kills already.
Okay, this is definitely not looking good. Marine and Ogren both down for the count. Like, I did say Ogren is a bit of an early game hero. Like, at level 4, he does have the power to commit into this, but at the same time, the commitment is a bit weird here because that overzealous attitude just cost him his life. Musashi is a one hit KO type of guy, so the burst damage coming in and all the passes and the stuns like Swanson still does not have his cleanse and he was not even there. A bit of a bad decision if you ask me. But then again, this is just beginning of the game. Let's see if the snowball actually works or is it going to be a bit of invade coming in. Once again, Zhuangju checking the bushes is definitely a good job.
Yes, I thought there was gonna be a gang in the farm lane as well, but they decided to roll the doors to mid and a little bit of skirmish, but they are not looking for it. I think they're trying to go
Um,
for the trend. Is that right?
yep. And a good freeze coming in with the art play. Not enough damage to finish them off, but already a buff skill.
Proxy got off guard. Bloodshot
Yes.
touched Proxy, but instead they're gonna go in for the jungle. I suppose that's Bloodline gonna go down
Oh,
Unleash, but no
damn.
Proxy still.
Oh, the air is
But comes
going
the
down.
side of Bloodline as well, and look at that, they're still standing. But meanwhile, the Chocobars are not giving up and going for more, targeting them one after the one. But it's gonna be an outplay from the side of PUPU'S gang, and they did manage to get some kills, I suppose.
Yes, that was a bit of an overengage, but look at that. A double kill directly to Bloodline. Awkward with a double kill in the early. This is definitely gonna help. Let us have a look at what kind of items are the building. Once again, Ogren trying to go back. Prince is okay. Wang Shaoshan with good positioning. At the gold lane, we can see a bit of skirmish farms going on. Understandable.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell me about this Miko. Is that thing called Tyrant, the one at the top in the purple color?
It's going to be the Overlord and the purple, and the yellow one is going to be the Tyrant. And we do see a bit of a
Okay,
Tyrant skirmish going on. The dance is going on. Okran trying to take it up, and oh, that is a good zoning coming in from Zhuangzi.
definitely. Okay. Oh, hold on, hold
Oh,
on. But Yeah, that shot was looking for a fight because they did want to take a fight for the Tyrant over there, but they don't want to do that as well. They are actually disengaging right now. I think the rotation from both the sides are going pretty well, and both the teams are also playing as safe and as aggressive as both. None of them are slacking in anything, but it's just that right now there's an invade coming in from the side of Chocobar actually, and they have actually managed to take away that creep. What is it called?
Uh huh. That
Mine.
is true. That is completely fine, but look at that. Haya already has a venomous staff that is anti-heal. So this is gonna be pretty good because Zhongfei does have a lot of shielding effect. And then again, Musashi with a 3-1 scoreline against a 2-1-1 Ogren. Like, both of them have decent potential for okay. As I was saying, both of them have a decent potential for a snowball. The skirmishes are
Oh,
just
look at
coming and going, but oh,
that.
once
Are
again, the
coming
outburst coming
all
in.
destroying the bear, and look at them. But there is no casualty though. They did expand their skills, but no casualty, and both teams are safe right now. Oh wait, hold on. There's somebody trying to go for the tyrant, right? Oh, sorry, the overlord.
Uh-huh. Now, this is pretty understandable since the blue team managed to take the tyrant. They just translated it into an overlord. But then again, this time around, the tyrant buff is already gone. The freezes coming in from Wang Xiaojun is kind of pretty accurate. Now, what I found is a good outburst knockback coming in from Zhang Fei and Wang Xiaojun with the freeze and the winter snowfall. Once again, Ogren being pretty aggressive. Now, this aggressive nature is exactly why people like this hero. And once you get the knockup, you definitely know you are done for. Once again,
Uh
the cleanse coming
oh.
in. Okay, in a precarious position, will he
Very
be able to
close.
run away
Is
with a skill off HP? And oh, Masashi will be taken down. Look at that. Ogren getting another kill onto Masashi. This is definitely not looking good for Team Chocobars right now. Once again, defeated, Zhuangxiu takes a kill onto Zhang Fei. Okay. Now, this is literally problematic. Wow, Deadshot. Look at that. Byron just gets a tower. Byron is completely unrelated. RQ, like, I would definitely love to ask, is that Byron I see or is it Leishan dressed up as Byron? I think Leishan is cosplaying right now because his actions, like, the split push and pushing the lanes. These things definitely remind me of Leishan. And Main, what are you doing? I definitely want to see Main with a good combo. Like, a triple kick with a flash kind of play. But let's see. Once again, Haya again, I haven't seen any Moonscape Mirages yet. Like kidnapping people into her ultimate, especially when it is a time for an objective. Like if you can kidnap the enemy's jungler into your Moonscape Mirage, it's gonna be so useful because there's no one left to smite. And it's an easy steal for the objective secure. But then again, look at that. The top lane, the teleport warp portal has been used up. Aryan tried to go in to try to save the turret, but oh my god, Jenny, look at that. There is a fight brewing.
Yeah, Midnight isn't aware of that, but wait, hold on, hold on. Okay, they're safe for now. That was a really good teleport. They might be able to force push the turret, but they didn't go for it. They're actually looking for a safer gameplay, and they just disengaged and rotated towards the mid lane. But hold on, even PUPU'S gang is rotating towards the same mid lane, and they might just be putting pressure on the first mid lane turret, which should be one of their objectives right now. But meanwhile, look at that. They're going actually to kill like the post, but no, it's an
Oh,
invade in the jungle of Team Chocobars.
yes, and Helen is in actually a precarious position with her ultimate. Look at that. Oh, that freeze was so good. Wang Xiaoshan gets the kill. It goes to Flowborn though, and as a marksman getting the kill in the early, but so much damage. Look at that. Arkin just for the sliver of HP, Flowborn will be running away. Now, this good part of Steady Will is that his ultimate has a really short cooldown, and okay, he's actually coming back. Now, that's really bold. But then again, he will be spared because Team Pupu's gang is actually focusing onto the Tyrant. Once again, another Tyrant goes to Aryan. They do have the Tyrant buff right now. Let's see. Baron with a very good positioning. He is giving a lot of vision. Wow, Jun is also there. A lot of freezes are actually being connected. The Azure Golem being taken by Ogren isn't going to be an invade. No, they are actually going to be focusing onto the tier 1 turret on the mid lane. Now, tier 1 in the mid lane is definitely important. Look at that. The ultimate just being used to zone people out after trying to go in. Once again, Main into the house, but
Definitely. But as of right now, they might actually look for a disengage because PUPU'S scam has already one casualty. Right now, it's 4 versus 4 because both teams actually got one down. PUPU'S gang lacking in HP, so they will have to go back and get them full. But right now, Team Chocobars are not looking for any commitment towards the ganking, so they're safe. And having a look at the map, the side lanes look pretty awesome for Team Chocobar, but PUPU'S gang, they are lacking.
uh-huh. Yeah, the scoreboard is actually very tired, but if you look at the scoreboard in more detail, like you can see that Team Chocobar is definitely doing better when it comes to the point system because the amount of objectives they have secured that is definitely higher. Once again, the Tyrant coming in, Flowborn getting a lot of damage, and Wang Xiaoxun, look at that. Every one of her ultimates that is actually a complete, like, she's trying to zone the people out. She's trying to make a difference so that the objectives can be secured. Once again, Shang-Chi is like Zhuangzi is trying to give the vision, but then again, he does not have enough sustain. Once again, Aryan has to use his ultimate. That is a lot of wasted resources because his ultimate is being poked out pretty soon. Once again, Ogren as well trying to go in, getting a kill
Okay,
onto Russian.
and
Both the
it's
pieces
coming
have been
in,
taken
my.
out.
There you go. Could be already. Wait, hold on. Casualty, not yet. Midnight OP is safe. That was so close. Curran comes from the back up, and look at that darkness. That's
Oh,
going down. W chasing down Midnight OP, but she or he is safe.
I know, right? Oh my god, W. Now, this is definitely good. I'll just give you the insider info. That W guy is known as Candy, but yeah, that is an review base. So I was just gonna say, like, I actually asked the captain of Chocobars, like, are you sure? Do you want us to like go review on the live stream? Because that is a really hard thing to do when we are actually in the flow. So yeah, Jenny, I'm gonna borrow your book and I'm gonna call him W as well. Because I feel like he is the key to W, I mean key to winning. Because if he is not playing well, he is a ADC carry, he is the marksman. So if he gets an L, if he is an L, so the team is also going to get the loss. But once again, we do see that both the tier 1 mid lane turrets are still standing. The scoreboard is 8 to 10. The goal difference is not really that much. Like, there is still a chance for a comeback. Once again, Slowborn steady will W showing his ultimate techniques. But then again, he's just having such a low cooldown. This is completely understandable that he's just spamming and like poking the enemy. He's trying to chunk off the HPs. Let us take a look at the builds right now.
Yeah, we would love it if we can see the build and Main can give us an analysis of whatever is going on with the resources. Meanwhile, there's a bottom lane, a rotation towards the farm lane, but oh, that's a quick recall. Not yet. QRM will be punished for staying there too long, and there you go. QRM goes down, gets godlike. Meanwhile, though, Team PUPU'S gang wants to take this advantage and go for the Tyrant as the Overlord.
But oh,
And they
there
did
is
get
no
the
steal.
Lord, they
They
get the Empower Midas over here, but they have Kyurem down, which is I guess not a big deal because he'll be just back in a few seconds. Invading the jungle, comes in Chocobar for enough.
that
And I
outburst.
five
Jean
versus three
Fei,
lane
the
over
dragon.
here. That's enough damage being dished out by W. And for now, they will have to go back.
Oh my god, the amount of chase, the amount of aggression coming in from Chocobars, this is definitely real. Because Zhang Fei is actually chasing them down back to their homes inside their bases. Guys, this is the Hero's God. The Shadow Overlord's minions are here once again. Oh, it's gonna be a legendary onto Haya. The marksman is definitely fed. Right now, can we have a look at the builds, please, Streamo?
Yeah. Surely we would love Mayan giving us an analysis on the build, like I said before.
Ah, look at that. We have a Blood Rage onto Ogren as well. Now, this is definitely a useful active spell for him. But on the other hand, I do see an on-hit build with a Eternity Blade, okay? There's going to be a half on-hit and half crit build coming on Flowborn. But at the same time, look at that. Zhang he has completely zoned out Ogren. They can't even compete, but oh, Wang Xiaoshen getting a kill onto Aryan. I think Aryan has been completely set out. Mayin, on the other hand, look at the scoreline, a 0-5-4. This is definitely not very good day for her. Once again, Musashi gets the tyrant. Oh, there are a lot of
There's a chase coming, but they are not committing to it. They just want to push them backwards and maybe try and push the mid lane turret because the map did open up to them except for the mid lane turret and they do need that opening. So they are forcing in and that will be taken down as well.
okay. But there's a lot of map control definitely goes to Chocobar. But what is this Shadow Lord minion doing there? Okay. I don't feel like the lane management is not that good. Like, both the lanes are kind of being ignored, and there might be a chance for a backdoor. But at the same time, both the teams do not really have a good backdoor person because Leishan or maybe Aryan, but he's not exactly the multi-hit attack speed based kind of hero. But they do have a lot of mobility, so that could be a possibility. Let's see.
Bloodline did try to take an engage, but just not yet. There are some skills expanded, but both teams are still playing it quite safe. I have to say the objectives that Team Chocobars have secured are really great. The rotation makes sense. Everything is onto their favor right now. They do have the momentum, but PUPU'S gang. I mean, I'm still rooting in for an epic
They,
comeback.
oh,
I will
they have
secure
momentum,
that
but
most
look at that.
versus the bottom lane of the front of the Curem will be punished for trying too hard. He bit more than he could chew, and he got punished. Right now, hold on the amount of damage W is dealing over there.
W is actually pretty out of position. He's actually doing the front line, which could have been punished as well. I think Main just saw that and Kiran went in, but then again, he does not have enough gold, he does not have enough damage, and there was no follow up. So, without a follow up, this was bound to happen. I feel like Pupu's gang is kind of lacking synergy when it comes to the team fight. Right now, the lane management a bit questionable from both the sides. But then again, the 5v5 gameplay, the synergy is definitely better when it comes to Team Chocobar.
Yes, definitely the synergy as well as the communication. They do know their objectives as well. It's definitely an objective game from what I can see because early game onwards. But hold on. Bloodline could be in trouble, being too tanky right now. But W is melting him down. They already have two casualties. Meanwhile, there's another one. Pyramid is chasing, but he will not be able to secure that kill though. They are not going
Oh,
for the
look
overlord,
at
but
that, how inside he is.
another casualty comes in, defeated Kyurem, and they are also in the farmland. Look at that. Look at that Midnight Obi trying his best to defend, but that's not gonna happen
Oh
because W
my god.
are on the way as well. They will be taking on the last man standing, and this is it. Game number one gets taken down by Chocobars.
I know, right? Oh my god, that was so crazy. The way that Masashi just went inside, he was literally standing almost inside their base. And damn, the moment that Haya actually came out of her Moonscape Mirage, Masashi was there to make sure she does not reset the timer. Like, she has to go back to the spawn zone. Now, this is definitely a crazy gameplay. A bit one sided, although early game was kind of balanced. But I did see that, a snowball is definitely important, and Call Me Senpai Masashi did show us that. But then again, we do have to point out that Izu definitely did his part. Look at that 39% damage. He is definitely the ADC with the Wang Xiaoxuan and Egoist getting all the stuns onto their faces. The freezes were so on point. Now, this is a good synergy kind of gameplay. Baron, a bit, I would definitely say that the Lesion play was kind of like, freaking me out, guy. Like, what is this guy doing? But then again, he was definitely part of the team. Mine a bit disappointing. At the same time, Aryan, I just saw that, he was utilizing his ultimate to run away. So this is definitely what they get for it.
Yes, I have to say they neglected W a lot. He really got the farm that he needed in the farm lane. And after that, he just started melting everyone. And the front line was doing a great job. Objectives were secured. he had everything he needed to carry in the late game, and he did it. So W Team Chocobars, I suppose they just need to win one more for the best of two, and that's it. The pressure is definitely on the side of PUPU'S gang here, so I'm like quite excited to see what they bring in for the next match.
Definitely with this, they already have one win. Now, if even if they do lose the second match, right now the point system is also in their favor. They did get a lot of objectives, turrets as well after before the 15-minute mark. So I feel like Chocobars definitely had a good game. They are off to a good start, but let's see because there's one more match left and Pupu's Gang can have a comeback. They also have two more games against Yama Esports as well. So let us see. Now, then again, let's look at the chats as well. I don't see a lot of people. Candy OP in the chat now, guys. We have renamed Candy to W. He is a W player, and we are, it's easier to call. But Candy is actually a pretty cute name. A cute name for a guy who is dealing a lot of damage. Now, this is a bit of controversial topic. We will definitely see for another day. Guys, do let us know which team are you supporting, guys. You know the drill. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Share the streams and invite your friends because, as Jenny has said, the giveaway winners will be chosen from the live stream, right, Jenny?
Yes, I'll take it to the candy bar. I dedicate this song for him.
I know, right? I'll take you to the candy shop. Oh my
Oh,
god, this
sorry,
has.
this oh my bad.
I know, right? It's like, oh my god, Jenny, how could you do this wrong? But then again, candy shop, that's so relatable. I definitely feel like we should ask them for candies because we are also doing pretty hard, guys. Do support us like we have been yapping non-stop for a long time. But then again, that is our job as casters. So I do definitely want to know, is the second match up yet? Are we gonna dive in soon enough? So what do you feel? Was it thrilling, Jenny? What do you think about HOK right now?
Okay, so from what I've seen, I think HOK do have the potential to make it big, even in the Indian community, because a lot of people like MOBA games right now. And from what I've seen, a lot of people are shifting as well. For me, it's like I'm not shifting, I'm playing a lot of different games, but I just installed it 2 or 3 days back and I enjoyed playing. And I think if I am liking it, a lot of other people are gonna like it as well. It
Uh
is
huh.
also addictive, and I haven't started ranking yet, but I'm also planning to start ranking, and I'm looking for players to play with me so that I can maintain my win rate from the beginning itself. So yes, I am looking for a bigger scene in the esports of HOK. I would love to see them fly and be a part of it. So I guess all the best, and I would like to encourage people to start playing this game. Invest your time, get a good team, and bring it on.
Definitely. That is exactly what I also feel because this game definitely it's a new game in the market. It's gonna be a new king into the showcase of Indian esports. And soon enough, I feel like a lot of other players will be joining us as well. So for them, these veteran teams, they are definitely gonna set some standards. Now let's take a look at our Indian meta. Now, Jenny, I will be revealing to you another good thing about our format. So right now we are following the GBP, that is a global band pick format. So this is a best of two, and this is a whole series. So basically, whatever hero you have used in this current series in the best of two, you cannot use a hero again.
Oh,
So which yes, exactly. So whichever
really?
hero you used in the last match, you cannot use the same hero again. So that is gonna be like is gonna encourage everyone to not be a one trick player or maybe like try out different heroes in the same role, have a wider hero pool. So there are a lot of things which we have been doing, even introducing the BO2 format so that people like focus a bit on lane management, a bit of turret defense, as well as like other objective focus and all, so that it's not like a completely kill based game. Like Indian meta often becomes a bit of a brawl. Like every now and then there is a fight. So we are definitely trying, and soon enough we will be having a scope of esports. And that time, I definitely want people to shine. And these veteran teams, I want them to show us what it takes to be an esports player. But until then, there is this dialogue. ऐसे esports player बनेगा So like that dialogue is I feel like very common in a lot of lobby. So let's see whether it's gonna be that dialogue to be copy pasted onto their faces or is it gonna be a congratulations you are an esports player.
Okay. Well, I think this actually is a really good strategy, initiative, whatever you call it, a rule, because this is gonna make the players play more heroes and increase their hero pool, which is good. Because if you have hero pool, you have everything, right? So I
Uh-huh.
really
Yeah, because I don't feel like this is accurate if a few heroes are banned and then you are like, oh my god, what am I gonna play because all of my main heroes are banned? So like if you get choked that easily, it's gonna be really hard for you in an international or even at a national level. So how much you get choked or how much you get counter picked, counter drafted, this is gonna be really important. So now let us see. I feel like we will soon be driving into the second game, but let us have a check as well what is happening.
well. How long till we start the second match? Because this is definitely getting very interesting, and I really want to see Pupu's gang giving it back to them, making it more, full of clashes and so much drama. Because the last match was definitely good. Both the teams were doing really good, but I missed the drama.
I know, right? The roller coaster is kind of missing. We need a game where both the teams are trying to throw, and then we can just relate to it because, guys, right now we cannot relate to that. This is looking so professional, so stuck up. Guys, you play ranks. Why can't we have a cancer? Like, can't we have a Dahlia who is trying to reset Garo's ultimate? Because that is exactly the type of drama and mirch masala we Indians deserve. But then again, don't worry because I feel like all of the players in this lobby right now are actually pro players. They have an understanding. They know how to set Dahlia's passive gift and how to utilize every hero to their full potential. And of course, we are here to criticize them. Let's be bad grannies, Jenny. We are gonna be bad grannies. We are gonna pinpoint all the mistakes of these players. Let us see if W is actually a W. Let us see if this cat face evil guy is actually every time out of position if he's overconfident. And guys, don't worry because we will be reporting to you live whatever happens in the hero's gorge.
Well, with that, let us once again remind the viewers that there is a giveaway going on. So, Chad, even my Chad, if you guys wanted to participate in it, just come over here to War Cities and be active in the chat and participate. And Miko would like to ask you to remind us whatever the giveaway prizes are.
Oh, finally, Jenny, and we are back, guys. Hey, guys, welcome back. So you're watching the Blossom Cup, and this time around, it's going Team Blue with the Chocobars, and once again, they definitely are target banning this hero because, as I said, Shacho is not exactly that kind of hero which would be banned. But then again, yesterday there was a really good Shacho player in PUPU'S gang, I guess, or maybe not yesterday. Like I feel like they are definitely target banning this hero, and they're playing Zhong Fei as well. Oh, so they use Zhong Fei and they know that they cannot use it anymore. So even though they have the first pick, they are definitely prioritizing banning Zhong Fei over anyone else. Lapu Lapu, as I said, Lapu Lapu or Ming with a Lady Sun kind of pickup is so good because that CP's favor is definitely favoring a lot of aggressive early gameplay. But then again, it's not just Lady Sun, but a lot of other heroes. Even a bit of a late game hero like Arlie or Shoiwa could actually benefit from his passive. But it's going to be Pei and Byron into the enemy side. So this time around, instead of Mayin, it's going to be Byron. Let's see. So what do you feel, Jenny? This time around, we have the sides swapped, like, the blue and red. Do you think they have a chance of a comeback?
Well, I do feel that they might do a comeback because from what I've noticed in the last match, they do have the potential, but maybe because of the pace, maybe because of the communication or things, something went wrong because they were actually doing good in the early game, even though Chocobars were pretty dominant starting from the early game itself, they were fighting back. Pupu Gang was not completely
Uh-huh.
useless. They were fighting it back. It wasn't one-sided, even though they lost. So I feel like the potential is there. All they need to do is work on with
Oh.
their dreams and communication, and that's it.
This time around it looks a bit different because Ukyo Tachibana is kind of a dive kind of hero he can pick off and people. And even in the late game, if someone is trying to like solo manage the lanes and all, they would definitely be punished by him. But then again, this time there is Lady Zen onto the red side. She is a really good disengage hero with her destructive deluge and the flow of tears. Like she has a lot of CC. She has a good disengage, but then again, my question is, are we gonna see a flash combo with the destructive deluge? Is she gonna initiate? Because disengage aside, a good mage is she can just like boom hello onto your faces with a flash and a combo stun freeze, then that kind of hero is definitely dangerous. Onto the other side we do see egoist with that Yuhuan, and Yuhuan has that what should I say, the invincibility, because she just becomes untargetable with her ultimate, the unending sorrows. So the unending sorrows is a good skill, not a lot of damage, but then again it definitely depends on how you build her. She can heal the team, she can deal damage, she can even stun, but it all comes down to skill. Now let us see. Our last three picks are remaining, and I
Okay,
feel
well,
like this
think
time,
I think yes.
uh
I feel like they
huh,
should go for something to mark W because in the last match, what I noticed is that they were not being able to pick him up because of which the Hikov farmed really well. They did have the front line as well from what I've noticed the engages during the engages, but W was the problem. So they will need someone to pick off the back line.
definitely. But oh, it's gonna be a channel. This is again interesting. This is Band Lady Sun and Renji as well. Both of the early game marksmen like who could have actually gone good with Lapu Lapu. I can show you is a kind of a possibility, but let's see. It's gonna be Miyua. Okay, now let's see. It's gonna be Miyua onto the clash lane, and once again, W. Let's see what is he gonna pick against Chano. Chano does have his walls like he is a Projects Alpha, and okay, Aaron. Erin is looking pretty good as well. She does have a lot of damage, and she also has that hybrid damage. Her basic attacks deal physical damage, while her ultimate does deal magical damage. And oh, that shot onto that Guan Yu. Now, this is gonna be interesting because Guan Yu has a lot of CC. I was just thinking that Egoist is lacking a bit of CC. He does have a stun, but his stun range is actually very specific into a 600 to 800 radius diameter. Like it's gonna be a ring kind of stun. So if someone is greater than 800 apart or less than 600 close, they are not gonna be stunned. So this time around, Guan Yu definitely takes up the cake. The draft is again looking pretty balanced from both the sides. Now the question is the execution. Who's gonna have a better execution?
Again, like in the last match, we'll have to wait and see. But guys, this is going to be the second match of the first series between PUPU'S Gang and Chocobars. And let us know in the comment section if you guys think that PUPU'S Gang will be able to make a comeback in this match, or it's gonna be 2-0, or Chocobars are just gonna play this game one-sided and very easily.
Let's see, that is definitely a question, guys. But do let us know. Okay, Yuhan, the meta support. But guys, Yuhan is the mage right now. She's not the support because obviously we have a Lapu Lapu, we have a Guan Yu. Although Guan Yu support does occasionally work, but obviously we all know what it is gonna be like. So it's gonna be Lapu Lapu onto the support. Now the question is Lapu Lapu as a support. The CB's favor coming in with Aaron. Aaron in the early game, I don't really think is that viable. But then again, if she uses Frenzy, I feel like Frenzy Aaron with the CB's favor is definitely a tough force to reckon with. And there against them is Chano. Chano, I feel like he can maintain some distance, but then again, can be killed off as well. Let's see what kind of rotations they are gonna see. And once again, with this, we are gonna be diving into the hero squad, Jenny.
Well, I feel like the rotation from the Clash lane will also matter a lot. I really want to know, like, what's the standard rotation in HOK right now? Like, how do you start in the early phase, the early rotations?
I feel like the standard rotations is usually a 1-2-2, where like the mage actually does not really help the jungler but goes to the mid lane because last hitting the minions are really important. And after that, they could either go to the gold lane or just stay in the mid. But after helping the gold lane or like the farm lane, I feel like the clash lane is more of a priority focus by the jungler.
Hmm.
But then again, let's see.
So in the early game, the jungler tends more to rotate towards the Clash lane and get the enemy Clash laner down, something like that.
Uh huh. But it's not like always they do get the clash leaner down. But at the same time, if you can get the clash leaner down, that is definitely good. But against that, like, a lot of time they do not really focus on the overlord, which is in the clash lane. They actually go for the tyrant, which is in the farm lane. So let us see once again. The farm lane is in the bottom. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they are going because it's going to be 1-3-1 kind of rotation. Hey, look at that. He's already invading onto the Azure Golem.
Well, we have Chocobars in the blue side right now, and look at that, PUPU'S gang
Oh,
coming taking the jungle, and he
oh,
already
he gets it.
that was a nice early steal from the king. Oh wait, hold
But
on,
oh,
that's all I guess, but there is backup coming in from the side of PUPU'S gang, but they will not be chasing anymore. That was the good steal and no casualty.
that was actually a pretty good steal. And did you see the amount of knockback coming in from Guan Yu? Because as I said, Guan Yu's CC is definitely crazy. Then once again, Lian Po coming into the matter as well. We do see that Lady Zen and Lian Po trying to give a bit of rotation. The stun coming in, Yu Huan in the house.
Okay, okay. Well, there's definitely, like I said in the during the drop phase, that PUPU'S gang, they do have the potential. They just need confidence and the synchronization, and I feel like they are getting that momentum back quite slowly. But well, it's too early to say. But we'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, in the farm lane, though, we can see it's a 2 versus 2 situation. With the mid lane,
Uh-huh.
it's 1 versus 2. But Clash lane, Kiram could be in trouble. Comes in 1 versus 2 situation there. Ooh, that was close, and the first blood goes down,
As I
Kiram.
told you, this is exactly what I told you. They will be focusing onto the clash lane more, and that is exactly what they did. But this scoreboard already in the house, like this also gives Guan Yu a lot more room to give rotations and like participate into the neutral objective. Pei, although he did do a decent amount of damage, like he did deny a lot of farm to call me senpai. But at the same time, even if you deny the farm, the buff, then again, kills are definitely important as well. So, Vijay Hiroshi, we do understand that yes, mid laners should have a lot of CC or a bit of CC. That is understandable, but at this type of gameplay, I would have definitely recommended a Shangguang because Shangguang can deal a lot of damage. She can have a lot of mobility, and the amount of CC you have with Lapu Lapu and Guan Yu in the house, I think like Shangwan or a damage kind of mage could have definitely dealt a lot of wonders. But then again, we do see a Barefoot engage coming in. There is dive in and will he survive Lava Lava with his ultimate? Yes, Ukyo gets a kill on Faye. Faye has been surrendered. Once again, Biron gets a kill onto Ukyo as well. A crucial couch control, but Yuan will be punished. The kill goes to the ADC. Now, this is going to be sad because Aaron was taken down as well. And the ADC Darkness does get kills and assists there.
Wow, that was definitely gold. Gonna replay. There you go. Like they're chasing them down, but look at that. Takes one kill, goes back, and targets the rest.
Uh huh. Okay. And Vijay just said that he thought that Horse was the enemy pick and Guan Yu was the enemy pick. But yeah, exactly. Now you understand my perspective. I wouldn't say Yuan is a bad pick, but that not the kind of draft I would recommend. But then again, this is definitely gonna work. Let us see once again, Jenny. Do you see there is a fight skirmish coming in the Tyrants? Primo, can we have the Tyrant, please?
Yes, it's like entire Pupu's gang is hovering around the Tyrant. They almost took it down, but there is jungler in the backup from the side of Chocobars, but it's a little too late. Pupu's gang secures the Tyrant
Oh,
as well. Like 4 minutes are coming in, but there is backup. Oh, there's a rotation towards the middle for the side of Team Chocobars. Commit into the fight for the side of Pupu's gang as well, but they do have the upper hand right now because of the buff, and it's defeated. They takes one down, takes another one. It's a five versus two, wait, four versus three situation. W will have to go back a little low in HP, but double kill for the side of Homie Sensei. Could be a triple in the okay, could be a penta, and
oh, it's not a penta, but then again, that was a good trade-off. Now, Pupu's gang is definitely doing their best to come back. Now, this is definitely a bad time to pick up a fight, you know? Just the moment they got the Tyrant's buff, getting a fight there, especially when Chano has a lot of, like, you know, a gold. So let's see, as we can see, Chano with a 3.6k, but then again, Ukyo on the other hand, a 4.1k gold lead. Damn. Once again, Lianpo trying to go in. Lapu Lapu does escape, but the amount of pressure coming in from both the teams, that is definitely crazy. Once again, we see Erin trying to play it a bit safe. The ballerina is in house. She's trying to maintain her distance, and oh, look at that. She's trying to dance in, but Lady Zen is there as well. Two ultimates being popped up currently. Once again, Channel pretty low, and oh, defeated. Lady Zen was taken down. A good rotation coming in from Egoist Yuhuan. Like, you know, the moment you get into the gang, either you get the kill or else you back off because I feel like this was definitely Pupu's gang. Like they had the upper hand here. They rotated, they could have gotten the kill, but they just overextended. And while they were overextending, they actually did not see whether the enemy is rotating or not. So Johan just came in and got the kill. This is definitely a bit of lacking map awareness from their side.
I feel they lost their momentum because of Call Me Sensei, the kind of outplay he did in the mid lane. He bounced back and got 3 kills, right? That really spoiled the momentum for Team Pupu's gang here. And guess what? Chocobars started bouncing back.
Yes, that is definitely understandable. But then again, the scoreboard is not really that far apart. So there is a chance for a comeback for both the teams. Once again, we do see that the overload is here, but look at the bottom lane. A big skirmish, maybe they are positioned, but no, they are gonna go at the mid lane.
Yes. But right now, they will have to wait and get their momentum back because Pupu's gang, they lost it. They lost it for a while when Call Me since they made that outplay, but it's not too late. It's like I said, it's a neck to neck match right now. The kills are at 6-7. There's not much difference in the goal line as well. Oh, wait,
Uh-huh.
hold on.
But
Hold on.
oh,
They're
Tanaka,
coming.
but there is a follow up.
But he's safe for now.
Yeah, but again, this time around, it feels like both the teams are lacking the synergy because he just wasted his ultimate. It's not like it's a lot of cooldown, but then again, a bit of wasted resources. And Team Pupu's gang should definitely take up this chance because you know the main playmaker does not have his skills. He does not have the ultimate. This is the time for you to get an advantage because you can see Guan Yu is not there, and then again, Lapu Lapu does not have his ultimate. A bit of a bad pick off. Baron looking pretty low. Will he be able to run away? Yes, he does run away.
Yes, and now it's gonna be a commitment. Both the gangs are throwing their ultimates on each other, and this could actually be a win gang for Team Chocobars. They did take down one. There's gonna be a second casualty. They're not gonna chase for more because they are gonna focus on their objectives. They are disengaging, moving towards a mid lane, but somebody standing there and will be caught off guard. But wait, that was
Yeah, but oh,
a little too early, I suppose. But killing spree comes in, and darkness is taken down. Waited just too long.
like you know, because Lupine call is pretty good, and like he doesn't have the stun. Chano does have a lot of damage, and he did get a lot of gold in the early. So understandable. Aaron cannot really do much, but did you see the aggression? Ego is onto the Yuhuan. He actually flashed onto him. And once again, inside the tower, look at that knockback. Byron is definitely not having a good day. Once again, Lapu Lapu with the knockup onto four people. But then again, not exactly fatal for anyone.
Yeah, that was crazy in the Midland. I thought they were gonna commit. We could see some casualties, but nothing happened much. There was insane amount of knockback and CC though, but yes, we'll have to focus back in the mid lane because looks like both the teams are trying to take the objectives of the mid lane turret, but nothing's happening so far. Just people annoying each other, trying to make them expand their skills so that they can actually commit. The baiting is not baiting.
I know, right? I feel like a lot of skills need to be baited out because a lot of heroes in this draft have very decisive skills. Because if you do not have a lot of mobility, or if you get caught up in the destructive deluge by Lady Zen, you are so gonna be sent back into the dead zone. Like your respawn timer is gonna be reset. Look at that, Lianpo getting caught off, and that was a bit of zoning coming ultimate destructive deluge. Like again, a bit of wasted resource, and oh, channel was taken down as well. The amount of damage coming in from finally, like Aaron is online. Because as I said, without the frenzy in the early game, Aaron will not really be able to do a lot. But this time around, she might have a lot of items. Now let's look at the items once again. Let's look at the skill board.
Oh, look at that though.
Oh,
Ram
hey, running in the wrong direction. Yeah, he was
Pyramid
taken down.
now has done another, and they also are taking all the objectives. Definitely, Team Chocobars have gotten back their momentum, but in the farm lane, we can see a one versus one situation, but a
Oh.
disengage.
Mm-hmm. I don't see the white stuff. Pretty basic bells coming in. I would have loved to see the magic blade onto Aaron though. But then again, I see the Axe of Torment and Overlord's Might with the Blood Rage active spell. I think Tokyo can literally one-shot a lot of people right now. And if you can just like a bit of camping, like guys, you should learn from Daji. How hard is it to play a Daji? But then again, he could definitely pick off like any people who are maybe like a bit off position. That is exactly why I feel Chano is trying to play safe right now. But then again, Pink did steal the Overlord. So even if he died, his team is a bit safe. But oh, look at that, another fight coming in.
That's a flank, and they've already taken three persons down. It's a two versus five situation. They are pushing the mid lane right now. Pureman trying to chase down Bloodline, but that's not happening, I suppose. Yeah, he bit more than he could chew, I suppose. And Pureman gets punished for trying too hard by Bloodline. Could be another
Oh,
but
look at the dive! Oh my god. And it's not Pure Man who's trying to take the turret hits. Oh my god. That is such a noble sacrifice. We will forever remember you for this, guys. Who am I kidding? He's just gonna respawn, guys, don't worry. And against Valation, I do understand that. That is exactly why I said is after the Eren pick, like Eren is not the hero I recommended. But if you have Lapu Lapu with the TD's favor, and if Eren has a frenzy, she can be a bit aggressive in the early game. But the moment I saw she did not have the spell, I did say that the early game is not gonna be according to her favor.
like
But oh,
they already look at the flag. Okay, the flag that moment is already gone, I guess. Oh wait, hold on. He did in the backline. Right into the backline, jumps in Truman, takes that kill down, and he moves into forward and takes down Bloodline, but that didn't happen. The team
yeah,
take her down with the sacrifices he made.
that did happen. What you are saying is actually that did happen, but they didn't show it. Why would you cut it off? But okay. So finally, we are back into the live, guys. Once again, we do see a lot of people chasing on the people. Like, against channels, walls, like, when gives a vision and they chase you down, that can be so annoying. But then again, this is how the hero is. Dachi is higher than Jing, no cap. Oh my god, that's kind of agreeable. Like, at the same time, like, you know, some easy heroes can be so hard, and sometimes like you are just like, how broken is this hero? But then again, that shot onto that Guan, look at that, he is definitely chasing down Lianpo. I feel like he's being able to give a lot of sets right now, and this could be a 2-0 clean sweep. But then again, some is real, like, you know, comeback can happen at any time, at any point in a match. So we'll have to watch it through, guys. Do let us know. Do you really think there is a chance for a comeback, or do you think it's gonna end?
If you ask me, I doubt because Team Chocobars, the moment they got that momentum, they did not let it go. And all thanks to Pureman for making those outplays not once, but I saw him quite a few times making some outplays which saved the team, the entire gang, and that led on to getting the momentum that they needed. Because early game, PUPU'S gang was right onto their face.
I know, right? And look at that. Someone just said MSC Small says, nice scam fail. That's exactly what we were saying, guys. It's not really easy to be Daji. Even for camping, you need a lot of skills. So Daji is the hardest hero. Who all agree? Guys, if you agree that Daji is the hardest hero, Jing is not the hard hero, guys. Jing is easy. Do let me know in the comments if you guys support me. But until then, the match is actually ending. Like, it is kind of nearing the final phases. We do see a lot of fights going inside the base turret as well. Once again, Lapu Ukyo trying to go in. Lapu with his ultimate. Ukyo coming in with a follow-up, but Lapu will be taken down. The destructive deluge trying to disengage onto them. Ukyo is pretty low, has to run away. Destiny has been used, and Guanyu has been taken down with the Destiny in cooldown. Look at that, a good stun coming in. Aaron will be taken down, but Juan does get a kill. Now that backplay was really impressive, and this time around, the camp was actually successful. But will Ukyo be able to live through today? Baron versus Ukyo going on. Baron trying to get a bit of a shield, but is he being able to survive? Once again, the stun coming in, a godlike coming in from Yuhuan. Now this is the kind of save Yuhuan with the unending sorrows will be healing herself, and Ukyo Tachibana as well. Now this is the kind of team play we want to see.
I have to say, Pure Man, Hongmi Sensei, so many outplays in the game. Before you do, now at this point, I can't even remember who made which outplay at which moment because they're just playing it so good. I'm impressed, honestly. Eco definitely crazy support up there, and if you look at the map, it's completely opened up for Team Chocobars and Pupu Gang. They are forced to succumb whenever they see the frontliner because they will have to be aware of it. And right now, it looks like Chocobar is looking for trouble, is looking for a fight, and there is a commitment. I suppose Pupu Gang coming to fight. The ultimates are flying on all sides. How do this not happening yet? And there is one. We get Pure Man getting punished already, but someone in the farm lane is pushing hard.
Yeah, that is really impressive. Like, if someone just looked at it from a perspective, you could see that Yuhuan just used her ultimate uselessly because she was not in danger. But guys, to remember, like, she was in the heal pulse, and in the healing tone in the heal pulse, when she uses her ultimate, she also gives a lot of heal to her teammates as well. And she is on a magic belt, so the scaling is gonna be pretty good as well. So it was not for herself, but actually she used the healing pulse ultimate, the unending soul, in order to save her team. Now this is the kind of gameplay which I actually expect at the grand finals, like understanding how to play a hero to the full extent. Once again, we do see a bit of gang skirmishes coming in, but it's going to 17.5 minutes. The Shadow Tyrant and the Shadow Overlord will be back soon. So this is definitely not the time to take a very risky engage. Once again, look at that. On the side going in, and oh, finally Rampage looks at one shot. Once again, defeated on the channel. Two of the important people have been taken out. They get a kill, but then again, that is not enough because your mage and marksman are both out of the game. Guanyu trying to go in. He is trying to run behind him. Look at that. And that is interesting.
It's still on. That shot goes in, but Curem is not giving up. Curem will have to go back, or else he will have no one to defend right now. Comes in proxy. He's got already Curem, and Midnight Obi will not be able to make it. I suppose because it's a 2 versus 5 situation over here. Sorry for, and the minions are there. Wait, hold on. Comes in the tanky person over there with the CC, but the base is gone. What the? Of all the jumping, jump out if the base is gone.
I don't read if the base is gone. What is the point of jumping? Japak, japak, japak. if I'm saying that right. But then again, Guanyu did not die at the end. His destiny just kicked in. Like, he was gonna be like, his destiny as in like the Sage's Sanctuary, he was gonna be revived as well. I was like, oh my god. Now that is a good kind of item switching and everything, but as you can see, he has his last item sold. So they are actually trying to item swap and all. This is definitely a good gameplay coming in. Definitely one of the top teams. And the scoreboard is going to be 2-0 in favor of Team Chocobar for the first series of the Grand Finals round robin. Now, Jenny, what do you think? Like, we do see a lot of interesting gameplays, a lot of strategies as well. Because, frankly speaking, when I saw Baron being picked, and he has a lot of shield and sustain, so I definitely thought that a Lubu could be a good pick. Like, Lubu has a lot of CC as well, because, as I said, Yuhuan does not have enough CC. So, in order to compensate, Lubu could have been a good pick. He also has that true damage, which could counter the shields coming in from Baron. But then again, Guan Yu is kind of a comfort pick for Deadshot as well as he played it so well. Like every time before using his skill, he made sure that he was behind the enemy so that he could drag everyone outside. And this is exactly the thing I was expecting from Mayin from the last match as well. But then again, this time around, they did show that how to utilize a hero, how to support your teammate. And even if you're 1 HP, you do not have to go back because if you have a full combo and you are a tap hero, actually, okay, Tachibana is not a tap hero, but okay, I might just get cancelled for this. But then again, he did pretty well. He camped and he waited out his moment. And that is exactly someone is saying she cure damage. Yeah, exactly. Like that is definitely good. And guys, it's
Well,
not like Jenny was saying it wrong. We know that is call me senpai, but Jenny was calling call me senpai as call me sensei because he was acting like the sensei. He was showing us how to play the particular hero because he did so well, right, Jenny?
yeah. I mean, they did not even have the momentum at that point. Pupu's gang was really doing well. They got the objectives and everything early game. Beautiful rotation, but that one specific gang in the middle lane where Call Me Sensei or Senpai, I forgot, comes in, makes the outplay. Although he gets taken down, he kills two, and then the game completely changed. The tides turned, and the rest is history.
Yep. And the rest is history. And guess what, guys? This is gonna go down in history because all the people who do not know, I will very well love to share Jenny as well. This is the first HOK tournament which is region exclusive for India, and only Indian players can play. We have also verified the Aadhaar cards of all the players in the top three for the grand final. But at the same time, all of these data is also going to be recorded into the Hall of Fame. That is, this is going to have an entry directly into the Wikipedia. The Wikipedia pages are being made. We are going to have a leak file. We are going to have all the winners and the people associated with the tournament go down in the website. So isn't that going to be interesting, guys? Because HOK is coming and HOK is going to come to stay. We are going to make our grand entrance soon enough, guys. So do stay tuned while we bring to you the next matchup of the grand finals round robin of the Blossom Cup.
I guess we're going for a break.
Yeah, I guess we should take a break. Like, we have been yapping for so long. Let's just ask the referees, guys, can we have a break? Can we please? Because I just want to have some water. Like, guys, we get so thirsty. But before going to a break, let's just look at some of our fans, guys. Do I even have fans? I've played with Deadshot and Call Me Senpai. They are very in sync. And also make sure they have an edge with a balanced lineup. Okay? Thank you. What is this? Shaky Yan. Like, Jenny, before, like, off script and all. So, like, before the tournaments, I was discussing with the leaders and all. Okay, guys, have some simple names because, us casters have to go through it. And what am I gonna say? Like, if you just got a kill onto hey, 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 like, it's gonna be so hard and that is gonna be so traumatic experience. There was this tournament for the 2v2 blossoming bonds, and there was this team which was Rala Lero Lala. I literally like I was in tears, guys. I shouldn't say this, but I felt like guys just lose because I cannot say this name anymore. So yeah, this kind of things also happen. Guys, cycling, I'm not making into it. Would Jenny, do you have anything to say to our commentators and fans as well?
Commentators. You mean people in the chat?
Of course.
Okay, all I have to say to the chat is do not go anywhere and share the stream to your brothers and sisters and uncles and aunties and mother and father and everybody around you. Them over here because we're gonna come back in just a few minutes and we also have giveaways ready for you guys. So yeah, just wait a little bit longer because we'll be back in no time with the second match.
Uh-huh. She said it. Once again, just engage coming in. There is dive in and a really survival level with the ultimate yes, you get the kill on face. They haven't looked at one shot. Once again, just it on the channel. Two of the important people have been taken out.
5 versus the win, 4 versus 3 situation. W will have to go back a little low in HP, but double kill for casualties. Meanwhile, there's another one. Pyramid is chasing, but he will not be able to secure that kill though. They are not going for the open. Comes in proxy, he's got already Current and Midnight Obi will not be able to make it. It's a 2 versus 5 situation of
engage coming in. There is dive in and a really survival level with the ultimate yes, you get the kill on face. They haven't
casualties. Meanwhile, there's another one. Pyramid is chasing, but he will not be able to secure that kill though. They are not going for the open.
Look at that, another fight coming in.
That's a flank, and they've already taken 3 versus down. It's a 2 versus 5 situation. 5 versus the win, 4 versus 3 situation. W will have to go back a little low in HP, but double kill for.
Look at one shot. Once again, defeated on the channel. Two of the important people have been taken out.
Casualties. Meanwhile, there's another one. Pyramid is chasing, but he will not be able to secure that kill though. They are not going for the open. Comes in proxy, he's got already Current and Midnight Obi will not be able to make it. It's a 2 versus 5 situation of casualties. Meanwhile, there's another one. Pyramid is chasing, but he will not be able to secure that kill though. They are not going for the open.
Look at that, another fight coming in.
That's a flank, and they've already taken 3 versus down. It's a 2 versus 5 situation. Comes in proxy, he's got already Current and Midnight Obi will not be able to make it. It's a 2 versus 5 situation of
engage coming in. There is dive in and a really survival level with the ultimate yes, you get the kill on face. They haven't
comes in proxy, he's got already Current and Midnight Obi will not be able to make it. It's a 2 versus 5 situation of
often trying to go in once again by intention to house, but
definitely. But as of right now, the comes in proxy, he's got already Current and Midnight Obi will not be able to make it. It's a 2 versus 5 situation of
look at one shot. Once again, defeated on the channel. Two of the important people have been taken out.
casualties. Meanwhile, there's another one. Pyramid is chasing, but he will not be able to secure that kill though. They are not going for the open.
Look at that, another fight coming in.
That's a flank, and they've already taken 3 versus down. It's a 2 versus 5 situation.
Engage coming in. There is dive in and a really survival level.
Throw it up. Hands hot. Turn it up. Hey. Stage lights here, hearts race fast. Game murders glow on the nameplate stack. Lock in one life, no safe path. Only one screen crown when the can flash. Thumbs on fire, mine's ice cold. Pressure in the room, but the aim stays bold. Trash talk low, let the gameplay show. Every little misstep on a highlight roll. This is the Blossom Club. Rise or run. One shot, one squad. Only one. Crowd so loud. Feel it shake the ground. Say it with me now. Say it with me now. Blossom Club. Blast right through that door. Main in the house. Everybody shout from the first fight. throw it up. Hands high. Turn it up. Hey. Stage lights here, hearts race fast. Game murders glow on the nameplate stack. Lock in one life, no safe path. Only one screen crown when the can flash. Thumbs on fire, mine's ice cold. Pressure in the room, but the aim stays bold. Trash talk low, let the gameplay show. Every little misstep on a highlight roll. This is the Blossom Club, rise or run. One shot, one squad, only one. Crowd so loud, feel it shake the ground. Say it with me now, say it with me now. Blossom Club, blast right through that door. Main in the house, everybody shout from the first fight swing to the last KO. Blossom Club, let the legend grow. Throw it up. Hands high. Turn it up. Hey. Stage lights here, hearts race fast. Game murders glow on the nameplate stack. Lock in one life, no safe path. Only one screen crown when the can flash. Thumbs on fire, mine's ice cold. Pressure in the room, but the aim stays bold. Trash talk low, let the gameplay show. Every little misstep on a highlight roll. This is the Blossom Club. One shot, one squad, only one. Crowd so loud, feel it shake the ground. Say it with me now, say it with me now. Blossom Club, blast right through that door. Main in the house, everybody shout from the first fight swing to the last KO. Blossom Club, let the legend grow.
Opening roads to last the ages and unite all lands. Where do you come from? Yeah! I'll send a cup over. Ah! Where do you come from? Yeah! Dance of the heavens. Ah! Yep. Hup. Ta. Hup. Hut. Yet. Hup. Yet. I'll send a cup over. Dance of the heavens. Yeah. Huh? Ah. Where do you come from? Where do you come from? Yeah! I'll send a cup over. Ah! Dance of the heavens. Behold the might festivities. Since you're 1,000 miles away, this letter shall express my longing. We may be forging our own paths.
Pentakill!
Opening roads to last the ages and unite all lands. The wind stirs with the force of 1,000,000 galloping horses. Yeah. I promised your ancestors I would protect the seas of Min. Churning rivers. Toward the horizon. I shall never forget the promise I once made. The wind stirs with the force of 1,000,000 galloping horses.
Hello guys and welcome back as you're watching the Blossom Cup Grand Finale, and this time around we have two again teams. This time we have PUPU'S gang onto the blue side versus Team Yama Esports onto the red side. So we do see a lot of interesting bans and picks coming in. Teacher coming in with Darkness and Proxy onto the Lady Zen once again. I feel like Lady Zen is definitely a comfort pick, and her disengage. Damn, the disengage potential is really good. Yishin, on to the other hand, his initiate potential is just as deadly. So now the question is the engage potential, initiate potential of Yishin better than the disengage potential of Lady Zen? Okay, a Zhang Fei for the disengage, and there's Ogren as well. Now this is looking pretty interesting. What did you say that, Jenny?
So wow, you guys already started. I was actually starting a match, but yes, the draft looks interesting, but like we witnessed in the previous matches, we'll have to wait and see about how good they are at the execution, which actually matters more because this game pretty much looks like an objective game. If you have the objectives, you have pretty much everything. So we'll have to wait and see.
That is definitely true. But you know, the kind of draft is a bit wary because I feel like there's a really good disengage into Zhongfei, and a lot of initiate coming in from Yixing, and the vice versa, the initiate coming in from Ogren and the disengage onto Lady Zen. Like I feel like if we could just reverse a bit of players here and there, it could have been really good. Because right now I don't see a good engage or a disengage onto anyone. So I'm a bit confused what kind of gameplay strategies they are going to be adapting. I cannot exactly predict whether they want to go in for the dive in, whether they want to go in for the ganks or what. But let's see. The full draft is definitely going to speak a lot of volume. We have Chicha onto the clash lane, and to counter that we are going to have Fuzi as well. Both of them are a lot of DPS, like, you know, they are heavy burst kind of people, and the CC is kind of not exactly there. But then again, Fuzi does have a bit of a restriction lock.
Well, it all comes down to having one good initiator and the follow up because the jungler should be focusing on the jungle, and if he can make outplays like Tony
Hello,
said,
guys, and this is on. This is, of course, Roots coming to you live. For now, your caster Jenny is going to be a little engaged, so I'll just gonna fill up the spot for now. And it is going to be a clash coming in main when I introduce the both teams. And now that we are almost done with the ban as well as the whole drafting phase, both the teams looking pretty strong. And honestly, both these teams have great players. Some of them coming even from the OG MOBA community, especially Kurim, who has played at least 3 MOBA titles, even 4th. So Kurim is coming with a rich experience on his part, but then again, he is going to be facing one of the great players who have been playing quite well in this series. Miko, what are your thoughts?
That is definitely interesting because a lot of people have a lot of experience under the belts. But the question is, are those belts shiny or are these experiences rusty? Because if they are rusty right now and if they cannot utilize all those experiences, all of the gameplay, then that is definitely going to be troublesome. Wouldn't you agree, Jenny?
I think Jenny is not going to be here, and yeah, that pretty face is definitely not me. But it is going to be me who is going to be covering this match for a little while. But yeah, definitely the draft seems pretty sufficient, and well, definitely this is kind of a chance for a comeback coming in because definitely, I mean, the last team was having such a great impact, especially Chocobars. I mean, a 2-0 sweep in the grand finale. That is something to watch out for. The question remains: can the team bounce back or not? That is the main question here as we load in and we are going straight into the gorge and we are going to see the action unfold. Yes, you guys are watching the grand finale of the Blossom Cup. Here we go, PUPU'S gang versus Yama Esports. Both these teams are no strangers to the game, and we are in for a proper clash, proper 5v5 impact. As we can see, 3 people in the mid lane already clearing stuff up. I think it is going to be some sort of an invade coming in to get the early advantage to the mid laner. And then, as we know, both the lanes have quite some objectives in the early phase as well. You got the teleportation at the clash, you got the bird to give you extra gold in the farm lane as well. As we can see, it is going to be a little bit of engage, but then again, both the teams playing it pretty safe. This is not a game where you go for just team fights. This is a strategic game where you have to develop the early game because the fourth minute objective is going to be important. So till then, you have to try your best to give as much gold to your team as possible. As we can see, bottom lane, it is the LCD being a cleanup for Chisha. She is going to get that gold as well. And let's see how things go. Miko, of the draft, who do you think has a better advantage in the early game itself?
I would definitely say early game does goes to PUPU'S gang because they do have that Ogren with level 4. He is ready to come in. And Chicha onto the MM lane, like definitely she's going to be early because it's going to be early in the enemy. So early definitely leads a lot of items. And oh, look at that! They are trying to chase that. They actually know that diving in too deep is not good for them. They also have a fade in the enemy, so his mobility is definitely nothing to scoff at. I just feel like this Diadia and Ogren combo is definitely good, but I don't see a lot of sustain coming in from them because Charlotte has a lot of dive potential. Chicha as an MM, like she does have damage, but not exactly the sustain. Will Diadia's heal actually be enough? Because in the late game, Early is gonna be a powerhouse with a good engage coming in from Yishin. Early is definitely gonna be able to eat up everyone. So the PUPU'S gang definitely have to try to keep it to a mid game, like around the 14-minute mark, I'd say.
Yes, definitely true. And well, with that being said, both these teams definitely do understand the circumstances which they are in, and they'll be trying their best. Of course, Diadia and Ogren, they are a OG combo if you're just tuning into the game. And these two teams are going to be trying out, especially when the clash already beginning in. Here we go, lots of knockups, lots of action coming in, but it is going to be Yama Esports surviving for now as the tides seem to favor PUPU'S gang for now. They are also going for a full-fledged engage. There's nothing which Yama Esports can do at the moment, but it is going to be Diadia who is going to get slayed. She bit off more than she could chew, and it's a 2v3 situation where it is has to be PUPU'S gang reversing back. Double kill coming in. Can it make it a triple is the question, or is it going to be an engage? Yes, Ogren does get the comeback here, but it is also going to be a 2-for-1 trade at the end of the day. But here we go. It is kind of a lock-up situation. Ticha knows the moment as well. Can Ogren pull it off? No, it is going to be a great escape coming in. And here we go. The early game action beginning with a 2-2 scoreline.
Definitely, like the idea was a bit too overzealous. That dive was not actually required. But then again, Ogren getting the kills was definitely important. Oh, once again, we see that it's up very low, and oh, that is a good move. That is a 1-for-1 trade, though.
That is a 1-for-1 trade, but the cherry on top is getting the bottom turret, which is almost gone at the moment. I do not know why they didn't specifically take it, but then again, it is still a good take coming in, and as we can see, the objective is already on the line, and Yama Esports has no close to wear as of the objective. So easy take coming in, uncontested. But here we go, Yama Esports are going to take an objective of their own. They are going for the full-fledged objective take. They are going to take that buff, and they are going to roll with it. So right now, the team fight sort of looking like Yama Esports' specialty, especially with the synergy they are coming up with. Definitely Horan is making things happen in the middle in position, and it is going to be who picks up that early damage and the snowball with the two gold laners coming in. Here we can see already the gold laners are lining up, and Chicha is kind of having a field day at the moment.
Definitely, but being a fighter as well, she's definitely gonna fall off in the late game. Once again, oh, look at that. The invade coming in, but still, Fade does. I like him. He did not get his blue buff, but it was Haran onto the Kishing who got the blue buff. So even though Fade got the buff denied, it's his team finally got it. And on the other hand, the top lane is already gone. So Fuzi is definitely not having a field day right now. If the mid lane tier 1 falls, it's gonna be complete map control to Yama Esports. Fade is definitely looking for a moment to like dive in and go in for a clean sweep. Okay, Frost Breath with Proxy. Now Proxy is definitely gonna deal a lot of slow and stun, but do you think they're gonna commit yet? I don't feel like they have enough like damage to commit into a full-fledged fight. Oh, Akron
Yeah, I
going
don't
in,
think
Diadia
so,
comes
but
in, and Yishin looking pretty low. And Yishin did not have his passive; he was taken down. That was a bad position for him because he knew that they could dive in. Once again, this
yeah,
looks
I
like.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this is going to be the Beast Unleashed, but it is a four-man dive coming in just to secure turrets. Pupu's gang is definitely going on till objectives, but look at the top lane. Lord AJ
Oh
on his
my
own,
god!
trying to split push his edge, but he is in a bad position. Can he run away is the question. Will we have a Kyrie moment in the HOK itself? Let's have to see. But this again, Qdom is not able
Wow!
to actually get and chase the opponent. Mid-net OP
Right?
is on the tail though. He is trying his best. But
Oh,
Lodin is going to make it all the way, saving himself and getting out of that situation. Not just split pushing, but getting himself out without giving a kill at this point. That is definitely something which is great for the macro gameplay coming out from Yama Esports.
that is definitely something. But Fushi also like I see a lot of Lishans who are cosplaying other heroes because what are you doing?
Oh
But
no.
that was definitely impressive. But did you notice Charlotte chasing Fuzi and Charlotte actually auto attacked the Crimson Golem while trying to chase
Hmm.
Fuzi? So like now this definitely says a bit about being rusty, which I was actually mentioning before to Jenny. But oh,
Hmm.
once again, Fuzi is definitely on to a mission. Like he does not like that turret. He definitely wants to get rid of the turret. Ogren, on the other hand, trying to go in. Diadia as well. Oh, she is getting caught up by the Vici checkerboard. But then
Hmm.
again, the board master is not home today. The Yishi actually
Yeah.
understands that he can be taken down pretty easily. Like the amount of melt is crazy. He does have his passive online, so he does have a destiny. But then again, Ogren's damage is nothing to scoff at. Look at that, Mooney is actually hiding there. Bloodline was so close, but that is a good decision that Mooney did not go in. Once again, a fight is going on. Ogren tries to
Oh!
go in, but oh,
Rampage coming out for Fade, and we see the action again taking place. The second board is on, but Ogren on a killing spree of its own, defeated. Is
what?
Qdom is getting the kills. Fade gets double as well. Four, make it
A
three as well. Triple kill
triple.
for Fade. And three people fall for Pupu's gang as it's a 3-4-2 trade out. But definitely this one goes to Yama Esports. And oh,
Oh,
wait a second though. Lady San on a turn on gets the kill just underneath her turret. Overzealous is Yama Esports at this point. But it is going to be Yama Esports Day for now. They are trying to get some kills at the moment. And yeah, we are going to go for an instant replay. Miko, your impressions.
my impressions is this is what we call human greed. And what? Why do
Yeah.
we even have the replays actually? But anyways, this is exactly what I was saying, guys. This is what you
We
get
need
for
to
being
check on
greedy.
that.
Like that could definitely have been a quadra kill. But that quadra kill is kind of something which led to his doom. And not only his doom, but also the fact that he gave a shutdown to the best disengage that Team Pupu's gang has right now. Once again, trying to go in with the Jade Lock. Fate does get the blue buff this time around. Let's see what
Yes.
happens. Both teams are actually doing pretty decent when it comes to turrets and all. Pupu's gang definitely a little bit behind because of Uzi, but then again, look at that dwarf running around, rampaging through the gardens. He definitely has a mission of pushing all the turrets today. Once again, Faye trying to go in onto Ogren. Ogren looks like a bit precarious position, but then again, there is support coming in. Uzi has been taken down off camera by Chicha, but then again, it is Bloodline who's being marked, and Bloodline will be taken down. Jadia as well, both the lovers have been taken down by Yama both at this point. Now, this definitely looks like
Oh,
a free lore, but are they going
no.
in for the objective? No, it's going to be Charlotte who's being chased down by them. Guys, why are you chasing this? Go for the lore. Guys, focus on objectives. Like, okay, this definitely reminds me of some of my ranked teammates, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, that is kind of the downfall of this region, and I hope they are going to be improving on their objective takes as we go in. At this point, I think Fuzi has the right idea at this point, because this is a best of two format, so every objective matters, especially within the 15 minutes of the game, and that is how the teams actually have to ideally play out. Kieran, of course, he is a bit rusty in this game. He is might be a newcomer at least in this game, but he is trying to switch. He is trying to get into the grooves as something huge is going to come for HOK India. And we can see already the Tyrant is being taken, but at the same time, it is going to be Yama Esports who are aware of it. Half HP for the objective, but it is still a collapse which is inevitable coming in from Yama Esports, but they are still testing the waters at this point. Nobody wants to overcommit at this point, but it is still going to be engaged. Checkerboard coming in. Fade destroys a turret.
Oh,
Is he
look
going to
at
get some
that.
kills as well? Ali, though, is getting a kill on his own. Fade gets Zadie Zen. And at this point, everybody is clashing upon each other. Miko, how is
Look
this fight
at
going to
that.
transpire?
So low. And once again, Fade, why do you have to jump in for kills? This time, once again, Fade was taken down by the turret, actually. And every time I see this, I just feel like he is so greedy. But then again, he did confirm a kill, so that is something I should not scoff at. Once again, Zhangfei just gave the vision, and after his vision, they could have just went in because he zoned them out. Instead of resetting the Tyrant, they could have focused on the objective. But Team Yama Esports definitely seems more focused on the team fights instead of the objectives. While kills definitely needed, you have to get the kills, but you also have to focus on the objectives and just delay the people. They have the Shadow Overlord, so I don't understand that the Primal Bond is also there. Okay, but
Right now,
that is
though, yeah, I
a bit
feel
over aggression.
exactly. And at this point, I think Ali is getting farmed. She is getting on that. For now, Chicha definitely had the lane advantage, but come at late game, definitely Ali has the upper hand. So that is going to be a huge turnaround when we get to the pain points. And once again, the objective is being marked by Yama Esports this time around. But close proximity is where PUPU'S gang is related. Chicha getting another objective. And here we go. The pull-on Tyrant is low. It is going to be shared. And Fade
No.
gets it. For now, it is a 4-lap collapse coming in. Yeezing trying his best, but then again, it is going to be a run away. PUPU'S gang has to hit the hills, and for now, it is the chase coming in. But Yama Sports, they are not going to go too in, as we saw already. Ladies and is somebody who you should recognize and be scared of, especially under the turrets. But here we go. The whole
Exactly.
pressure coming out from Yama Esports. Look at that
Oh,
full link coming through. But Ogren
Shadow.
gonna engage just before the objectives actually come in. Ogren gets a kill. This might be what's for where, but Fade gets him as well. Double kill for Fade. He is literally unstoppable at this point and driving Yama Esports to its victory.
Now, this is definitely a way to pave his team to victory, but then again, as you know, the destructive deluge is pretty destructive. They are actually pretty low HP, and look at that. Ali does get a kill onto Charlotte, but not before they get some casualties as well.
Oh,
Oh, Ali does survive. Now,
I mean,
it's
this is definitely an overstay. I mean, 4 for 3. That fight should
yes,
not
but
have
oh,
ended the
look
way it
at that.
did.
Fuji actually
Icha!
managed
Oh, wait a
before
second.
trying. Fuji just managed to make
And
sure
consider
that.
this? No! Shutdown coming in. Ali just wanted to end it so bad, but that is not going to be the fate of the match. And hopefully, we are going to have a longer instant replay so that Main can explain her parts.
This time Chicha should have actually followed her because Chicha could definitely kill her, but she did not have enough range. So that is a valid decision. But the fact that Fuji, he sacrificed himself to make sure that Chicha is actually trapped, so Ali could get a kill.
That definitely did happen, although Ali was just so close into finishing this match, but the match has still to be done. The fates haven't turned yet. The objective is on the dark, but can Kyurem get something out? Charlotte is being aggressive at this point, but there is going to be Lianpo who is going to be stopping her parade for now. Ogren once again on those objectives, and this is looking like an objective game. Seems like the players are listening to us finally. Going for the
Oh,
objective skirmish, but it is going to be a fight right into the den of the Lord. Ali
oh,
needs the Lord at
Ali
least.
just
She is going to get a crucial theft. At the same time, it is going to be Fade running away for this occasion.
now this is definitely unexpected. Like a smite steal is different, but look at that. Fuzi is definitely on a mission today. Li Shin, use your real account because What is going on here? Like, I saw a Baron copying Lesion's strategy and now a Fuzi.
Uh oh.
But once
Uh
again, we
oh.
do see
Look at the
Lesion trying to
health
clear.
of Yama Esports at this point. They have kind of turned it away, but this is
But
looking like a very
Kieran
close
is
match.
there. Yes, but Kieran is there.
2v2,
Can he
make it
kill? And oh,
2v1.
outburst. Look at that. Zhang Fei dealing a lot of
Look at
damage.
the name.
And
Look at the crystal. It is
oh,
going to be the monsters incarnate as they are going to finish game one
what
handsomely.
was
Yama Esports
that?
taking it all.
What was that? Did you just see Fuzi get taken down by the Gorge Crystal? Like, bro, like, I understand these people are so focused on the mission, they actually just forgot to see, like, who the target is of the crystal. But damn, Fuji keep up the split push. Like, everyone actually understands, like, damn, now this is crazy. Guys, no Doraemon. It's not punished. This time around, it's gonna be known as Smite. But yeah, that's really crazy. Because I was actually gonna ask the streamer, okay, like, guys, let us look at the builds. But oh, look at that. Ali has a full on hit build with a bit of crit penetration onto that Daybreaker's Virtue. Now, this is the type of build which is actually pretty effective, and we actually definitely saw how effective that was. She was actually melting people down, and this is exactly what I said in the late game. They will actually lack the damage because they don't have a lot of sustain, they don't have a lot of damage either. So, in the early game, if Team Pupu's gang does not perform well, it's not gonna go good. And Lady Sun is a very good, like as you have already seen, like she's a very good disengage, but not at the same time. She's not very offensive. So with Dyadia, I would definitely like someone who is a bit more targeted, like who can lock onto people, who can confirm the kills instead of like poking and spreading debuffs. But then again, this is a great match. Good play, well played, both the teams. With this, the scoreboard is at 1-0 in favor of Team Yama Esports Red. What do you think? Is Pupu's gang gonna do a comeback?
Well, backs against the wall if there ever was one. Pupu's gang is literally in a very tight situation. Yama Sports, I mean, their objective from the first minute was to take down that crystal. Who's he making these things happen? I mean, wow, that is some kind of gameplay. I mean, yeah, they tried twice, and third time was actually the chance where they could get anything done. And well, that last team fight was kind of beautiful, but at the same time, treacherous for Pupu's gang right there. So hopefully they can do something. The gang has to muster up some courage somewhere. Well, when you have nothing else left to lose, you have everything else to win. And that is where the point of the game is at. And of course, we have to check out how things are going to transpire because something different needs to happen here, main.
Definitely. Now, I do see that Valashina has said Fate ke against punish nahi chalta. Guys, it is smite, by the way. I cannot use the word. But anyways, you guys understand. So, while it is true, Fate has a jade lock onto her skills. And so it is harder to get the confirmation, like, you cannot exactly secure the objectives against a Fate. But then again, it was Arlie who took it. And it's not like you can ban Fade because he's not exactly ban worthy. So obviously you will have to zone him out. So it will be up to Dyadia or one of your clash laners. Like you have to zone him out. You have to like have a very good vision control of map, etc. in order to get the objectives. Because at the end of the day, objective is definitely the department of the jungler. So if the jungler cannot confirm, if he cannot secure the objectives, it is kind of partially his blame as well. But then again, guys, I think both the teams have learned a lot from this, and soon we are gonna dive into the second game and see which team is gonna go in for higher points in this round robin of the Blossom Cup Grand Finale. And finally, we have the black and white duo. Rhodes, why do you have a black background when I got a black background? Sorry, why do you have a white background and I get a black background? Can you explain this?
Well, it is kind of a chess game right here. We are going black versus white, and I quite honestly like the white. They are
Uh huh.
pretty friendly. I think the black is kind of, scary to look at. But then again, definitely something is going to be cooking because, Poo-Poo's gang, they are kind of in a black background themselves. Their future is seeming distant, and as well as darkness is closing in on them. So maybe that can explain why they are in such a position. Hopefully, though, something can change because this is the second game and did take some time to strategize. But if that strategy is all they are depending on at this point, that strategy is not working out. So maybe something different can come out. Maybe the uh, secret strategy is something they can think of at this point. They were very certain of wins, but then again, Chocobars have kind of sealed their fate in the first series itself, and in the second series, they are already 1-0 down. So this is looking like a situation where they are kind of going to get eliminated and get the third place. While Yama Esports and Chocobas, they are looking pretty positive. So let's see how
Uh-huh.
things are going to roll. The next match is also going to be happening today, and this is the grand finale, guys. First time ever in India, we are having three teams into the finals with a best of two round robin system engaged. So this is kind of a pretty exciting for me as well as I think for the audience as well, because that was something which was not to be expected. Yes, I do agree with some of the audience. Ogren did waste a lot of time, and he could have done things differently. But then again, it is what it is. We are going to be going live into the game number two,
I
and
feel
this
like,
is just the final game.
Akron was actually trying to copy some of the stuff that Call Me Senpai from Chocobars did last match. Last time, they actually did a really good job of invading and denying buffs to Chocobars, but then again, it did not really end well. So they were trying to focus on the farm and the gold from minions from the mid lane or the lanes as well. But at the same time, this did not work very well either. And as you were saying, darkness is closing in onto them. But at the same time, you know what? Darkness is the captain for them as well. So I feel like Darkness definitely needs to clutch in. With this, we are already into the draft phase for the second match of the second match up. Now, this time around, Xiaoqiao and Liang. Okay, these are really good bands coming in. I feel like Xiaoqiao, like, there must be a player who is good Xiaoqiao onto PUPU'S gang because I see this denial coming in every time. While I do not really feel that Xiaoqiao is actually a ban-worthy hero, but at the same time, like, if there's a very good one-trick Xiaoqiao player, I think that he definitely deserves his respect. The respect fans are watching in because right now Lapu Lapu and Chicha, these are also pretty good bands. But how around onto that Nova, you definitely like this hero,
Hmm.
right?
I love this hero. It is one of my favorite heroes in the mid lane, honestly. And well, this is a global ban pick scenario, so the same heroes cannot be played by the same teams. So this time around, you have to think of something else, especially when some of your heroes get banned as well. So definitely the hero pool needs to be there for you to actually get something done. But we can see Sanchi and Byron already picked up at the hands of Pupu's gang, and well, hello, Darkness, my old friend. How have you come up with a strategy in just a few minutes to take on this kind of a Yama Esports lineup? Where they're not
Oh,
just depending on the team fights, they're also depending on pushing the game to finish it within as soon as possible limits.
uh-huh.
So this time around, what do you feel? The first half of the drafting phase is just about to end.
Now, although it is about to end, but at the same time, this picks is looking pretty good. Bloodline is pretty comfortable on to pay,
Ooh.
and he has done a lot of invade and a lot of outplays with pay. While Baron is definitely a good like pick for Kuram because I've seen him play Baron. But at the same time, this is exactly what I said last time. When I see Baron, he has a lot of heal, has a lot of sustain, and I expected Team Chocobar to go with a Lubu as well. But instead, they went with a Guan Yu. The combo was pretty good. That shot was good onto that Guan Yu. But then again, Lord AG onto that Lubu. This is like, what should I say, traditional counter to Baron because he has a lot of true damage. And all those true damage are going to penetrate. They are going to rupture his shield. And that is going to be a kill confirmation. Now, if only they had a Dahlia, the skill resets were going to be so good. Like,
Mhm.
Dahlia giving the Arcane Blast like Nuva skill reset or even Lubu's skill reset, like that could have been so good. But then again, Lianpo does have like, give you a tanky twist. He is a front line. He can soak up the damage. So let us see what they are planning.
I also like the D Regipick coming up from Darkness right there. That is kind of a late game confirmation as well as, he is pretty decent at the early game as well. He can definitely do something here, but is it going to be a Flowborn in his opponents is the question. The range there is, but oh, wait a second, are we going to see some Luna coming in is the question. Are we going to see that high skill gameplay, or is it just going to be the old fashioned, everybody's favorite Mushachi? Is the question. And yes, it is going to be a lock-in. Mune is going to pick up that Musashi with the smite. What is going to be the last coming in from Midnight OP here?
Now, since their backs are already against the wall, if they win this match and if Yama Esports loses the next two matches, then only Team PUPU'S gang has a chance. They are still not out. But if PUPU'S gang loses this match, then they are definitely secured for the third place and we will have an actual grand final for the first two places. But right now, if they can clutch in and if Yama Esports actually manages to lose all three matches consecutively, then PUPU'S gang might actually have a chance at the second place as well. So this is completely a do or die situation for them. So now while they can actually count on Chocobars to have both the win, at the same time they definitely have to win this match with a good scoreboard. Now let us see what they actually cook up, or is it gonna be Yama Esports getting a 2-0 clean sweep victory as well? And soon we will be at the land and we will be in the Hero's Gorge. We will be scouring the land and reporting everything live, whatever happens, guys. So you know the drill. Do like, share, and subscribe to the channel and tell which team are you supporting. Do invite your friends for the live stream and tune in because soon we will be looking at the map.
Yeah. I mean, whether PUPU'S gang gets the third place or not, we are heading towards the final match PUPU'S gang is going to have tonight at the grand finale of the Blossom Cup, the first introductory only for Indians tournament, which is happening, and this is just a trial, guys. Lots of great things are coming in. This is not even 5% of what is to come for the Indian HOK scenario. And yes, people are pretty sad with not having the Luna pick getting in. I mean, I'm sad as well. But then again, it is coming down to what players feel comfortable in, especially in this position. PUPU'S gang definitely needs to think about comfort more than flashy plays. As Yama Esports just did that. They went for the comforts, they went for the objectives rather than wasting the time. And this time around, Yama Esports has quite a tanky lineup, if I say so. I mean, Lianpo and Lubu and the same team, as well as this is going to be Flowborn Marksman coming in. So what is going to happen is the question. Nuva is, of course, one of my favorite mages at this point. So let's see if the teleportations come to work.
Now, Flowborn Steadyville is definitely a good hero at the farm lane. But then again, I don't feel like DRNG might be a bit more, dominating in the early. So they have to be a bit careful on how they play their hero. But then again, look at PUPU'S gang. They have such a slippery lineup because it's really hard to catch any of them. And with double support like double mage, mid, and support combo, Haya and Yuhuan, they have a lot of range. Not only the range, the poke coming in is gonna be crazy as well. So if the both of them actually go for the Scepter of Reverberation, so a very far off ranged poke is gonna be a good disengage factor because every time we see everyone, they are going to be around half the HP in the late game. Lubu trying to focus. There are 4 people. Look at that.
Yeah, but that was a calculated retreat coming in. Else it would have been so hard for them to come back. But yeah, you do not want to give a first blood before the 4 minutes of the match. The first 4 minutes are very crucial for your team. So this time around, as we can see, both the teams are being very, very calculative. They are not putting a misstep because they have realized how hard it can cost them. This is not a brawl. This is definitely a match where you have to be calculative. MOBA is all about good decisions and timings of your fights. That is where it leads down to. And well, this time around, I think we see a little bit of positivity in PUPU'S gang. usually around players do get tilted, and that is kind of sealing your fate. But here we go, 2v1 action coming into the clash lane, and it
Uh-huh.
is going to
Oh,
be a disappearance.
it's gonna be Moonscape Mirage, the kidnap skill coming in from Haya. Now, this is exactly what I was telling last time. Like,
And
in Haya,
gone!
Lubu has been taken down. Now, we did not get to see the action which was there in the private quarters of Haya, but then again, we do know the outcome, and that was definitely not in favor of Yama Esports. The scoreboard is already
Mm.
going. Oh, look at that! The teleport coming
Oh,
in. Musashi gets a kill onto Haya. Yama Esports
can I
is
get
trying to
another
get
one?
onto the table. They are
No.
trying to turn the things around. Once again, an ending sorrow is there in the house, but okay, they will be surviving. That the scoreboard is just 1-1. I thought they might be going in for a double kill, but this time around they
Mhm.
are not being that aggressive because last time I just feel like they were so over aggressive, and that was not exactly a good thing.
Mhm. And well, the objectives are going to be coming into play 10 seconds. But before that, are we going to see another blood being taken? Is the question. Yes, it is
Oh,
going to be Mushachi falling just before the objectives. Things cannot be more horrendous. As the Yama Esports, well, Pupu's gang is definitely going to be at the upper hand for this objective play at least. Unless somebody just steals the Tyrant, even though your Smite player is already there. But this time around, it's going to be Sunsi who is going to seal the fate. But yeah, people are asking if this is going to be a global or a local server. Well, this is going to be global as it can get. Things which have never happened in India might just happen. So, guys, watch out. This is going to be something you want to play, especially if you're an esports fan or a MOBA fan in general. Let's see how things transpire for this. This is just a preliminary tournament where we are going to see some of the top talents who have been grinding it out silently while the game was not launched yet. And now that we are going to be nearing the launch, it is going to change some things for now. But yeah, it is going to be a three-man lineup coming in. They are going to try to chunk down Flowborn right here, but it is going to be a defense coming in. Not so easy to get this Flowborn, but look at the damage coming out from range, as Flowborn is just going to survive as well. But Mushachi is definitely making things work for Yama Esports.
uh-huh. But I think Sloban does not really have a lot of mobility, and he could definitely be caught off guard. And as I've told before, they have a lot of range with a double support mid. So let's see. This tower definitely looks like gonna be a goner.
Yeah, and that too within 5 minutes, 30 seconds of the game. Once again, Pupu's gang definitely dominating at this point, and something has changed in Pupu's gameplay right here. I can see it is going to be Lianpo taken down, as it is going to be a retreat though coming in. Flowborn gets a kill, Mushachi gets another. Full
Oh,
on takeaway by Ronaldo is going to take one back. Musashi falls, and here we go. Here comes Lubu, but yeah, his ultimate, that is kind of the worst part of his ultimate. Everybody can get out of it, but oh, Flowborn, he is making things happen, but he is gonna fall.
uh,
Sunsi getting that kill, and it is going to be a 3-for-2 trade at the end of the day, unless they want to go for more.
yep. Like, Pei is definitely a good pick here because, as I said, he is not only slippery but also Bloodline is very comfortable with the hero Pei. And well, as I already
Oh,
mentioned, Slowborn does not really have enough damage right now, so it's not going to be that easy. So he has to actually wait out
Musashi!
and get some items before he can do something. But oh,
Yeah. Okay,
I,
and I think we resumed into the match somehow. But yeah,
yeah,
it is kind of a time portal. We go back, and then we go back to the future again. So here we go once again. The scoreline reached 4-6, and you are watching real-time gameplay right here. So for now, we can see both the teams are kind of evenly matched. The goal leads slightly in favor of Pupu's gang. As I said, something has changed for them. Something is going to be calling out the retreat. The uphill battle is really, really hard, but can they seal the deal is the question. The turret gets taken away instantly. Let's see how the fate goes, but there we
oh,
go. Here is the trade up. The mid
yeah,
lane turret for the top one. Definitely the mid lane turret is the more precious one of the two. But then again, it is still the goal lead which is favoring PUPU'S gang at this point. And any team fight should be avoided for Yama. We can see a lot of Yama fans, and well, why not when your team is playing as well as in the first game? The second game, though, looks like a different ball game, especially with Nuva there making all those force fields. Can we see an engage coming in? Is the question.
Now, PUPU'S gang definitely looks like they are in the zone. They are clutching this really hard. But at the same time, Team Yama Esports seems much more disconnected this time. Like the synergy, the follow-ups are definitely missing. Like last time as well, I think Flowborn and Lubu, these people are a bit disconnected and proper
Oh,
follow-ups are not coming. But oh, look at that,
ooh,
a bit
that is
slow.
going to be a burn. Yeah, that is going to be a skill burned. At the same time, it is going to be Kurem who is in the midst of it, and he wants to go aggressive at this point. He does not want to get away. D Reddy picks up that kill. Great coming in, because the farm laner definitely needs that farm, especially D Reggie on Darkness. That is something which needs to happen. But oh, look at that, Sunsi getting that objective while the up top lane's clashing it out. But it is still PUPU'S gang who has the map control at this point.
Yep,
Oh,
understandable.
yeah.
And oh, once again, another fight ring in, but this time around looks
Oh,
like
flicker.
oh, look at
No,
that, the flash aggression coming in, but Haya will be taken down.
wait. Oh, that is going to be Lingan for surviving though, as the next few objectives are gonna matter so much. 9 minutes already into the game. We are getting kind of in the mid lane territory, mid game territory at least, and that is somewhere where we will see a lot of gameplay changes, especially for both the teams, as the compositions are going to hit their power spikes.
Yep. Pei gets his full jungle build, and oh, look at that Pei running away with a sliver of HP. But really, oh, that sliver of HP actually, oh no, it
Oh,
does not actually manage because he has been taken out. But I
mm-hmm.
actually thought that he managed to run away because last time he actually did. This is exactly why I was calling him slippery, but then again, it's not every day that is a Diwali. So, yeah, हर दिन
Yeah.
दिवाली नहीं होती दोस्त. But
Not
let's
every
keep
day is Sunday,
flow.
obviously, in England. But for now, we are going to see a clash
Yeah,
once
right.
again. Nuva is getting things done. Lubu, on the other hand, with his ultimate as well. But this time around, both the teams are looking pretty confident. But who is going to be overzealous is the question. Somebody has to fall. It is going to be Reggie who is going to make it down. And a slither of HP is what Yama, PUPU'S gang actually is going to retreat with.
That was a good engage. Lobo just got 3 people in his ultimate, but then again, where's the follow-up? Like, I don't
Wow.
see Lubu and
Oh,
Nova working together. And oh, look at the damage. Again, actually,
Rampage.
a defensive flash by Nova. But then again, Pei is dealing so much damage. He was already starting off with his Shadow Lord.
Yeah, the Shadow Lord seems to be next on the objective checkbook for PUPU'S gang, and why not? You need to get this for you to end this match, and
Oh,
you need to end it pretty well, because if you don't, that might have been a good steal coming in, but the Overlord is definitely going to go for PUPU, but here we can see already D
wow.
Reggie is
What?
unstoppable, finally getting cleaned up as finally D Reggie falls, and with that,
Yeah.
maybe Yama Esports can do something.
Again, that was a bit greedy. Like Lubu could have definitely finished him off. Nova could have just backed off. But the fact that Nova stayed there trying to get the kill or better her KDA, she just suffered the shutdown. And there is no one who's actually defending the mid lane turret. Like the lane management is definitely not really that good in the Indian meta yet. Like it's not just
Mhm.
one team I'm pointing out. Like I see this as an overall of
Time
all the
and time
teams.
again.
Yeah, exactly. Like all the teams who have played in this tournament, like the lane management is a bit on the lower side.
Hmm. And we can already see that mistakes are kind of what this game has come down to. Whoever makes the most mistakes is gonna lose. So it is kind of also a forced mistake being drawn out from your opponents. That is also the name of the game. So for now, we can see that it is kind of steadily growing on these teams. Teams are getting to that stage where they can start playing the game properly. And who knows? I mean, what lies ahead? There are quite a few opportunities in the esports background right now, and more than ever, now is the position where you can get into the game and you can become a pro player. Cause there is a lot of demand, guys. Let me be clear. Lots of people are looking to get on. But look at that once again. Engage coming in. It is going to be a jump by Lubu once again. His ultimates are on point, but it is still a clash of its own. Global marksman being zoned out, but Musashi is getting a kill onto Sunsea. Can he make it? The double is the question. Yes, the double comes in. D-Reggie falls, and that just means Yama Esports are in the driver's seat. D-Reggie has been causing a lot of pain, but that kind of CC from Horan is making the plays happen. He has been literally the playmaker for Yama Esports at this point. And what looked like a 1-1 scenario, suddenly you wonder, where did all of it go?
Now that is a real good initiate. And Sashi, what are you doing? Like, you are so low, but like that is once again pretty greedy. Slowborn, on the other hand, does have a lot of fun. Gets a turret as well. Now this is definitely their chance to push all the turrets, like, be a bit objective focused. The only thing I was mentioning before is like PUPU'S gang does not really have a lot of sustain except for Baron, because Pei is a bit of a damage build, so like he does not really have enough sustain, and Flowborn can definitely get him. But if Lubu actually takes on to Baron, it's going to be Musashi left for the cleanup.
Looks like one more can fall for Yama. D-Reggie does get the kill, but here comes Lubu. But he is a little too late to save his teammate. And it is still going to be a 1-for-none trade. Lord AJ has to retreat unless he wants to be the sacrificial lamb for no reason. And at this point, it is looking like Yama Esports are once again in the backseat. Both these teams are just going 1-for-1 at this point. Nobody giving an edge to the other, and that should be the case for PUPU'S gang, because they are literally in one match situation where if they lose this one, they are certainly out of the competition. And look at that, Tyrant is definitely getting taken by Sunsea.
Now, this is again good. Like, so the fact that Fate has got the Shadow Overlord is that they are actually still hanging into the game. The game just crossed the 15-minute mark, so this is definitely slowly ending towards, like, it's going towards the late game. A lot of builds have been completed as well. Let's take a look at that. The online build onto the Renji with the Death. Okay. Now this is looking good as well. He has the Sparkforge, Doomsday, and the Deep Frost Siege. He's also making a bit of defense, which is actually pretty good.
Yep. And what I want to focus on is Horan on that Nova. Because come late game, she is going to hurt a lot.
Oh, look at that argument!
Coming up from Lianpo once again as well. Lubu and Lianpo making the dream happen. D-Reggie gets taken away once again. That just means PUPU'S gang is in a very dangerous position. And they know it. They are just going to retreat at this point. They know they cannot afford a wipeout, and they are going to be running away. And they have been pretty good at running away, to be honest. First game, Lucy as well. But for now, it is going to be a situation where definitely Yama Esports is kind of bouncing back 17-4 the scoreline. The goal lead slightly getting in the favor of Yama.
This is exactly what I was telling. Like, the synergies are not yet there because the combos which are possible are the endless combos. They have actually pretty good complementary heroes, but these heroes are not complementing themselves right now. And with the 16.5-minute mark crossed, it is going to be the Shadow Tyrant onto the favor of, that was a good, almost steal. But then again, fine, D-Renji just gets the red buff, which is actually crucial for him right now. That extra bit of damage and slow is definitely going to be helpful. Yama does need to focus onto the other lanes so that they can have the elite minions push through.
Definitely true. And well, the main issue is Lord AJ has been so impeccable on his Lubu ultimates. That is one of the reasons why Yama Esports are winning every team fight. The perfect engage has just been met. But look at that. This time
Oh,
around,
look
Yama
at that
Esports,
one.
they're looking for the end. They want to get it done. And this time around, it's going to be a four-man army trying to defend everything. The wave of minions crashing in. It might be defended, but at what cost? Triple kill for
Oh,
Musashi. It is going to end things. As Flowbon is going to make things worse. Yama Esports inches away, gets the victory, and knocks out PUPU'S gang from this grand finale of the Blossom Cup.
damn, that was so good. Like the final combos, I feel like, are you guys hearing us? Because oh my god, all the backdashing actually helped. Because look at that, the combos coming in from Lubu and Lianpo at the late game, they were so broken. This is exactly the type of skill synergy and combos that you want to see at a grand final. But with this, the scoreboard is 2-0 against PUPU'S gang Reds. PUPU'S gang has a 2-0 scoreline against them with Chocobars as well as Yama Esports. With 0 victories out of 4 matches, it's going to be decent. Like, this is pretty sure that PUPU'S gang is going to get the 3rd place in the Blossom Cup grand finale. But what's exciting is Yama Esports and Team Chocobars, both of them actually have 2 points each right now. And we are at a best of 2. So if one team
Yeah.
wins both the matches, it's going to be their undisputed victory. But if not, now this is the interesting part, guys, because I feel like a lot of people are definitely interested about it. But then again, come back to this match, Reds. What do you want to say about it?
I mean, at this point, it is kind of PUPU'S gang who had the game to lose. They were definitely in the driver's seat. They were definitely doing well in the early game. But those impeccable ultimates from Lubu just turned the game on its head. And Yama Sports, wow, they are showing that they have been grinding. Those 6 months which we were talking about, they have been grinding and they did not stop. That is why they are here right now. But I mean, PUPU'S gang, the journey has just begun. You guys can get there as well, and maybe faster because it's a game of skill and not how much time you give to the game. So, all of you guys watching right now, this could be you, as Yama Esports and Chocobars are going to face off in the grand finale with PUPU'S gang securing the 3rd place. Now is the time where the crown is going to be held. The incoronation is going to begin. Before that, we are going to take a short break and come back to you live. So don't go anywhere, cause the crown is still to be done. The heroes are still to be chosen. The Blossom Cup has not met its end yet, and well, to be honest, things are just beginning. So let's get rolling, guys. See you guys soon. Lord AJ
Oh
on his
my
own,
god.
trying to.
Often trying to go in once again by into the house, but
Definitely. But as of right now,
And Lumo, on the other hand, with his ultimate as well. But this time around, both the teams are looking pretty confident. But who is going to be overseas down? As it is going to be a retreat down coming in. Flowbon gets a kill. Musashi gets another. Full on takeaway. Byron all.
comes in proxy that already Current and Midnight OP will not be able to make it. I suppose that it's a 2 versus 5 situation.
again, as you know, the destructive deluge is pretty destructive. They are actually pretty low HP, and look at that. Ali does get killed off and trying to go in once again by into the house, but
Definitely. But as of right now, they might.
for that another fight coming in.
That's a flank, and they've already taken 3 versus down. It's a 2 versus 5 situation.
Again, as you know, the destructive deluge is pretty destructive. They are actually pretty low HP, and look at that. Ali does get killed.
Down. As it is going to be a retreat down coming in. Flowbon gets a kill. Musashi gets another. Full on takeaway. Byron all. At the top lane, Lord AJ
Oh
on his
my
own,
God.
trying to split push his edge, but he is in a bad position. Can he run away is the question.
Baron copying Legion strategy and now Ofuji.
Uh-oh.
But once again,
Uh-oh.
you see
Look at the
Legion trying to
health of Yama, he's not down. As it is going to be a retreat down coming in. Flowbon gets a kill. Musashi gets another. Full on takeaway. Byron all.
again. As you know, the destructive deluge is pretty destructive. They are actually pretty low HP, and look at that. Ali does get killed.
Comes in proxy that already Current and Midnight Obi will not be able to make it as well, but it's a 2 versus 5 situation over here. Sorry for, and the minions are there. Wait, hold on. Comes in proxy. He's got already Current and Midnight Obi will not be able to make it as well.
Again, as you know, the Destructor Deluge is very destructive. They are actually pretty low HP, and look at that. Ali does kill.
At the top lane, Lord AJ on his own, trying to split push his edge, but he is in a bad position. Can he run away is the question.
Casualties. Meanwhile, there's another one. Pyramid is chasing, but he will not be able to secure that kill though. They are not going for the over.
Taken down, as it is going to be a retreat though, coming in. Slowborn gets a kill, Musashi gets another. Full on takeaway by Ronald.
That another fight coming in.
That's a flank, and they've already taken 3 versus down. It's a 2 versus 5 situation.
As well, trying to go in.
Opening roads to last the ages and unite all lands. Where do you come from? Yeah! I'll send a cup over. Ah! Where do you come from? Yeah! Dance of the heavens. Ah! Yep. Hup. Ta. Hup. Hut. Yet. Hup. Yet. I'll send a cup over. Dance of the heavens. Yeah. Huh? Ah. Where do you come from? Where do you come from? Yeah! I'll send a cup over. Ah! Dance of the heavens. Behold the might of Xinhua. Prepare for a night of festivities. Since you're 1,000 miles away, this letter shall express my longing. We may be forging our own paths. Pentakill!
opening roads to last the ages and unite all lands. The wind stirs with the force of 1,000,000 galloping horses. Yeah. I promised your ancestors I would protect the seas of Min. Churning rivers. Toward the horizon. I shall never forget the promise I once made. The wind stirs with the force of 1,000,000 galloping horses.
Opening roads to last the ages and unite all lands. Where do you come from? Yeah! I'll send a cup over! Ah! Where do you come from? Yeah! Dance of the heavens! Ah! Yep. Hup. Ta. Hup. Hut. Yet. Hup. Yet. I'll send a cup over. Dance of the heavens! Yeah! Huh? Ah! Where do you come from? Where do you come from? Yeah! I'll send a cup over! Ah! Dance of the heavens! Behold the might of Xinhua! Prepare for a night of festivities!
Here we are, finally at the breaking point of it all. The Blossom Cup has met its end. The final series in the grand finale is just about to begin. Give it up for Yama Esports and give it up for Chocobars, because both of them had made impeccable sacrifices to get to this stage. And what a gameplay of pure dominance they have shown. Both of them going head to head at this point. 2-0 were the scores they gave to their opponents, both giving PUPU'S gang actually the third place spot, and now both are remaining undefeated in this tournament. Who is going to win is the question. The bans have already begun. The picks have already begun. Are you guys ready is the question. Who are you supporting? Let us know down in the comments and the polls as well as the poll comes in. Because we can see a lot of supporters. Straight away we can see go Choco, go Yama. The question is who is going to get the Choco? And this is going to be Rod's official casting with, of course, your favorite Main and the caster's desk. As we move on to know who is currently the best team in India, while something huge is lurking for Honor of Kings as a whole. So, Main, what do you think? You have witnessed both these teams. What are your views so far?
My views are like this is definitely interesting, but can you just look at the bans? Like that was some heavy choking onto the mid lane priority picks because a lot of heroes but 4 mage bans. Now that is really crazy. Guan Yu getting banned. Now this is completely understandable. After what Deadshot had done with the Guan Yu, completely understandable. But Liampo is here and they have a crucial initiator onto Yishin. I feel like another initiator and they're going to be so broken.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing which I'm kind of shocked at as Horan's Nuva is not banned yet, which is kind of, surprising because Nuva was kind of one of the reasons why Yama Esports was doing so well, and now we have it. Horan has his Nuva. What is going to be the reply is the question. I mean, Yising is there, but then again, how are you going to counter this Nuva is the question here, man.
I was exactly thinking of this, but like Guanyu was banned and Lubu could still be a really good pick because Yishin has such a good initiate. Lianpo has a really good follow up after any kind of CC. So Lubu is definitely a viable ban here. But then again, I don't really think that I've seen Chocobars go with that kind of a draft. So I did not really think about that. But then again, there could be a Mulan or maybe some other heroes as well, while they are not exactly the meta picks right now. But then again, in the hands of a good player, like there are a lot of picks which can be really, really detrimental. So
Please
I
be
would
a
love
Apollo.
to see.
No, that's
what's
going to be Lady Sam, which is going to be Victor. But the range of both these farm laners, wow, this is going to be a long range battle. I mean, add in Nuva and Yizing, that is already something we are going to fear. But is Kaiser going to be on the menu here, main?
You know what? I was just talking about this a few matches ago, and I'm like, oh my god, Vic actually listening because Lapu Lapu with a hero like Lady Sun is actually pretty good because the CB's favor gives her extra defenses, mobility, and fights and all. A good poke. She has a bit of early as well. So directly going on with the Axe of Torment, she can directly move on as the second item to the Master Sword or even the Overlord's Might. And the amount of poke she has is going to be crazy. Also, the increased defenses from Lapu Lapu, she can play as aggressively as she wants. And bro,
Hmm.
what did I tell you? I kind of foresaw this coming. Moonlight with a crazy amount of CC onto a good player. This is exactly what I was actually expecting. Three people initiate coming in. The follow up and the initiates are gonna be crazy. I am literally like, Chocobar's team right now is looking pretty scary to drop. But then again, I feel like Yama Esports also has a decent amount of experience, so they are definitely gonna try to maintain their distances. Also, there is Nova, like she can kind of disengage a bit. She can knock back the enemy, she can stun them, as well as she can deal a lot of burst amount of damage. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, let us know down in the comments, guys. Who are you rooting for? Who do you think honestly is going to win? While we have a bet of our own at the Custard's Death as well. Main, after the draft and after what you have seen with both these teams, which team is going to take that trophy home?
Now, this is definitely a controversial question, and I don't really want to be going into it. But draft, I feel like Team Chocobar definitely has a bit of an upper side. But let's see, draft is about 40% of the game, and there is still 60% left into the execution. So soon we will be diving into the hero's guard to check their execution parts. Now, as you can see, it is still level 128 seconds, 30 seconds into the match. Freds, what do you see?
Well, let me see into my crystal ball. But yeah, for just to be the devil's advocate, I'm gonna say Yama Esports for this one. So it's Chocobars versus Yama Esports, the first game in this best of two, first ever in India series for the Indians itself. Chocobars versus Yama Esports grand finale. Everything on the line. It is going to be who is going to take that crown as well as that nice little bit of cash reward even before the game has officially launched. That is kind of the circumstance which is brought in with Honor of Kings as the premier HOK title, premier esports title in India right now. Let's see how things are going to go. Both these teams now very aware of each other's gameplays because they have been watching them play. So you are not going to see any surprises. This is just going to be who has the better skills at the end of the day coming in. But look at that, already some splashes beginning.
Oh,
It is going to be so low, but he's and here we go. The rescue team has come up as well. Do you survive? Is the question. He literally runs away with all four people from both these teams coming in. Mulan actually getting the first blood. Using with an unofficial crowd control coming in, unadulterated, is the kind of action we
what
see.
was
Both these teams are
that?
so excited.
Bro, that was exciting indeed, but what was that Uno reverse that Call Me Senpai just pulled off? Now look at that. The moment the teleport is here and Nova was taken down, the teleport inside the turret is not safe. The scoreboard is at 2-0 already in 2 minutes. Damn, now this is definitely crazy. Chocobars is definitely having a field trip inside the enemy's jungle today. But then again, I feel like they don't really have what it takes to steal the buff. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
exactly.
mean,
As
yeah.
expected. But that was a good try. Like, they actually forced out the smite. But this is definitely very important to force out the jungler smite, especially before an objective. Yao has a lot of mobility, look at that. So I think Yao could escape, but I just don't understand Monet. How could you like I seen that Monet is definitely very greedy. And oh, there's an invade coming in, ultimate
Wait,
coming in. Yeah.
wait. Yeah, it is still an ongoing fight scenario. Both these teams are invading, and this time around, Chocobars, they are pretty confident. Here comes the checkerboard, though. It is going to be end of Slowborn. Who is going to be next on the chopping block is the question. So much of crowd control at this point. This is just the beginning of the game. Not even 4 minutes in, and it's almost a wipeout for Yama Esports team Chocobars. Well, this has to be something. I mean, what a statement to make at this point with this kind of an entry, and you're just literally taking everything from your opponent. So, I mean, the goal lead says it all. It's such a good goal lead at the start of the game. Wow.
Exactly, but also I would love to point out that these people know how to use their hero. Like, if it is Yixing doing the initiate, so he will have an ult which is cast out at a wide area, and then Lianpo or Mulan would actually follow up. But this time around, Lianpo was already casting his ultimate and all. So what Yixing did was he casted a very small ultimate. While the
Hmm.
small ultimate is not really that good, like, it's not very accurate, but it is a lot faster because the smaller the ultimate is, the lesser is the parameter, and it just like
That's true.
traces out the parameter before actually getting activated. So the fact that they know when to use the full range of the ultimate and when to just like use the small ultimate, this is exactly what tells us that these are experienced players and helping the jungler start off the buff in raids, everything combined. Like definitely feel like this is definitely the Master Showdown. This is the grand finals, and this is the Blossom Cup.
Oh,
Oh, apparently
Mulan
it
taking down
is.
Fuzi. Two is going to be on the line. Two people down, and that is going to be a turret watch as well. But look at that, Lapu Lapu trying to battle his own in the mid lane. And right now, I think Yama Esports are kind of right. Like, kaha hu main? What do I do? Rampage coming
Oh,
out once again for Mulan. Three people
damn!
down
What?
suddenly again. But right now, Chocobas, they need to kind of force the objectives because they have the lead.
Bro,
But we have seen Yama Esports bounce back harder
look
in
at
the
that
mid to late game.
Just look at that HP. Like, Mulan Iron Blood is definitely Iron Blood, but the amount of sustain, that was crazy. Once again, Lianto going so deep inside. Flow burns
Nova.
steady well with a steady aim. Like, I just feel like Nova is not really having a good day today because the amount of mark is crazy. She does not have a lot of mobility. Here, I would definitely expect, like, you needed a better disengage or a higher mobility onto the main. The mid lane
Mhm.
tier 1 turret, oh, already goes down. Look at the
Up
top
top.
lane.
So low once again, Lord Hage. This time around, Fuzi gets taken out. It is going to be a cleanup coming in as well. Two people once again falling. Yama Esports at this point is like, why am I still here just to suffer? Because they are literally suffering in the hands of Team Chocobars. And look at that, nowhere go! Nowhere to hide at this point! They're going to be hunted down
Oh,
inside their own turret as everybody gets cleaned up! It is going to be aced with Choco Bars with a 15-0 scoreline. Is this the kind of dominant gameplay India is going to see come at the launch of the game? Chocobars are literally ready for it.
now this was definitely unexpected. Like, I didn't say that draft is good, but the draft and synergy is good. A 15-0 scoreline onto the grand finals of an event, okay. Like, a triple kill inside the turret. Damn, this is definitely getting interesting.
This interesting is such an understatement. At this point, Choco Bars, they are literally showing a different kind of a gameplay. Look at that! Nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. They are throwing caution to the wind. Playing like this is kind of a trial or maybe a tutorial game at this point. They are just, speed running this whole game at this point, and something needs to change for Yama Esports. They have what it takes, but at this point, Choco Bars are just on another level. They have found their footing, while Yama Esports are thinking of what shoes to wear at this point.
Has destroyed a tower.
I feel like the damage coming in from Hanshin and Mulan is already enough to sustain as well the dives coming especially. The setups and all. I mean Sloban will not exactly get a lot to do in this match. Because by the time Review actually gets his farm, it's gonna be actually too late. But then again, let us have a look. Oh, that was crucial.
Oh,
Steal.
that's a steal! The smite landing in Yama Esports from nowhere. They just get the steal and they are going to run away with it, I feel. Cause now, okay, wait a second though. That might have been a mistake, but then again, they are still fighting it on. But hey, why are you fighting in this scenario? You just got your first objective of the game and you are about to throw it away. The scoreline reads 20-0. They have to read what the game is about.
Now, this is a controversial question, guys. Is Konmi Senpai such a good player, or is he just not good with Smite? Because this is not expected. Like,
Wait,
bro, the amount
not
of
now.
combination.
Not so early. It's just
Oh,
9 minutes, bro. Are you seriously going to try
that,
to end it?
what
What?
was that?
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
Noah just teleported behind them trying to get a kill, but is one kill enough? Like, at a crucial time like this, like, you are sacrificing yourself to get one kill. Now, is that a good decision? Is something we can debate about. But then again, they are still surviving.
I don't think so. There's anything to debate at this point. The Yama Esports needs to check the scoreboard. 10k goal lead, and you are challenging like it's a fair fight. Life is not fair, and definitely this game is not fair for them either. They need to think of ways to get that goal lead down, else it will be their Nexus which gets down in the next moment.
The Overlord and Tyrant have been enhanced.
No, definitely, that is understandable. With both the neutral objectives spawned again, it's the 10 mark, so it's going to be the Shadow Overlord and the Shadow Tyrant. Now, Yixing is actually giving vision as well. Let us take a look. Oh, Yixing actually went for the Sage's Tomb directly after the Venomous Star. Now, that means he has got a lot of damage. Although I would
Ooh,
definitely prefer the Frigid, the Frost Wrath
that's good.
and maybe the Mask of Agony. If the Holy Grail, like, why do you need a Sage's Tomb onto a Yishin? But okay, Nova has
Who
the
actually
Venomous
got
as
the buff?
well.
She actually got the buff from her ultimate. So that is something to swag about. But this time around, Chocobars are once again knocking on the doors. And this is time for Yama Esports to do or something. Seriously, think about something.
Oh my
Mulan on
god!
legendary. Once again, the rat has been unveiled. Only Nuva to save anything at all. The one good thing is no minions at this point, but they are coming, marching down the mid. Nuva, Yama Esports, are you ready? Oh, look at that! This is going to be the HOK god saving them because the minions are here, but who is going to save Nuva and this crystal now, huh?
Bro, so are you telling me that they not only stole the neutral objective, but Niluva also stole the buff? So that just brings me back
Yep.
to my question. Hey, so do tell me, is it that actually Chocobars is not good with jungle? Because I feel like this
Mm,
is a very funny thing because they are definitely one of the top teams, if not the top. But then again,
mm.
this is a very funny moment because we just saw a lot of creep being stolen right under their noses. But then again, a 28-3 victory in a grand finals. Damn, this is definitely kind of unprecedented. What do you think?
I mean, there is just nothing to say. One thing for certain though, Call Me Senpai is really bad at Smite. That is true. But then again, when we come to it, Mulan with the triple S showing what it takes. That shot, oh my god, 1009 KDA. And well, the damage distribution is pretty perfect. Mulan and the jungler, 26% each, with others following it up. As for the side of Yama, well, nothing's showing too much. This is going to be a performance where the damage is there, but then again, it is kind of a
Exactly.
percentage basis where you can't really say anything about it compared to what we just witnessed with Team Choco. And definitely, we want Yama to win here for the next match. Else, it is kind of going to be undisputed at this point, which we do not want. We want a good final, guys. We want Yama to
Uh-huh.
bounce back. Arguably, two of the best current teams in HOK in India are competing, and this is just not even the start, guys. The game hasn't launched. Come on. But yeah, people are in Delulu thinking that HOK is not going to be the next best thing in India. For now, both the teams are kind of lined up, and well, with that being said, though, what are the kind of situations where Yama Esports can actually come back and get the first prize here?
Now, I don't think Yama can actually like they can. The only condition for a first prize here would be not only to win this game, but to win with a better point than what Chocobars actually got in this game, which is going to be pretty hard because, like, they got a lot of objectives, turrets that took before the 15-minute mark. So that means a lot of points have been awarded to Chocobars already.
I mean, this is going to be really hard. I mean, it is the best of two series. The points are in calculation, but if you're Yama Esports, more than the points, you're thinking about how to actually win against this kind of an opponent where you can do nothing literally and get the whole game taken away from you. That is the kind of situation we are in. And well, it looks pretty bad at the moment for Yama Esports. But then again, if anybody can in India, it is Yama Esports who can make a comeback. Both these teams, by the way, have been playing for a long time. So if your team isn't here yet, there's a lot of chances for you to get here. And this is not even, a fraction of what capabilities India has. So coming forward, when we actually get into the pro scene, we are going to see a lot of exciting gameplays. If you're somebody who is a creator, who's a caster, who is a player, or who is even an editor at this point, you all can contribute in some points, and that is what is going to actually contribute to the scene or to the gaming ecosystem of India. And well, big announcements are on their way. So this is your chance to make it happen. Else you might say, hey, I missed a big one.
Now, as people have pointed out, guys, it's not really about bowling at all because Schwanzer's support, like Schwanzer is not exactly a support kind of guy. He needs a lot of mana as well. But the chains and the flip flops, those are really impressive if you can connect all of your chains. So let's see how it goes because boom. Now Valation has just dropped the score onto us. It's going to be Team Chocobars with a 3-0 scoreline, Team Yama Esports with a 2-1 scoreline, and Team PUPU'S gang with a 0-4 scoreline are the wins to losses. Now if Yama Esports wins this match, it's going to be Chocobars with 3-1 and Yama Esports with 3-1. It's going to be a tie onto the scoreline, which is why the point system will be coming into play. But then again, if Chocobars actually wins this, it's going to be a 4-0, 2-2, and 0-4 with all the possibilities calculated, with all the odds stacked against each other. Guys, soon we will be diving into the final match. So do let us know which team are you supporting. As well as, guys, you know the drill. Like and share the stream, subscribe to the channel, and stay watching because you're watching the Blossom Cup Grand Finals.
That is so true. We'll be back soon, guys.
We are back, guys.
We are back.
We are back.
Here we go. And yeah, the hopes for the Yama Esports supporters are there. They are still supporting them. So kudos to their fan base because this is looking like an uphill battle, especially with what Chocobars did. But then again, Yama Esports can be adaptive, and who knows? Because this is a global big bang system. So if you have played some heroes in the first round, you are forbidden to play them in the second. This does allow a comeback situation where you do not have the same heroes or the same compositions to rely on for another victory. You have to think of something else, reinvent yourself as the series progresses. And this is just a best of two series. Think about a best of 5 or a best of 7. What do you do then? Your whole hero pool is on the line. For now, yes, we are going to see the drafting phase come alive. It is going to be Yizing actually picked up by Horan. He must have realized how good of a hero in the mid lane Yizing can be, while a Byron is lurking in the corner. for Chocobars.
Now, I feel like that is just being shown, but oh, it is a Baron? What? Okay, now this is definitely something I did not expect, or maybe they are not taking this as seriously as I would have liked them to. But Yixing is definitely a good hero. And from what I feel is like from the last match, he did not have enough damage, even though he had the Sage's Storm. So I would definitely prefer to go for the Frozen Breath or maybe the Mask of Agony to enhance your skill damage, or else like even reduce your cooldown with the Holy Grail kind of build. A bit of support and like debuff kind of build. But then again, this is looking interesting as well because Zhongfei's outburst is a good knockback and all. With Yixing's locking ultimate kind of thing, the weighty checkerboard, that is kind of a good combo. But then again,
Ooh.
I do not really understand what exactly both the teams are trying onto. The mage bans, like just look at that. There's a lot of choke onto the mid lane.
But the gun and mo pick does make things afresh. Is he still good enough to be in the meta is the question. Of course, he is a one-shot delete machine, but then again, his mobility as well as his range issues kind of make him a target. On the other hand, Chicha has been locked in, and he is going to be a menace to face, especially with Byron and Kananmo in the opponents. Who are we going to see next is the question. For now, the draft is kind of mysterious.
Uh-huh. Like, why do I feel like a Dahlia might be coming in for Chocobars? Like, I don't know, but I really have this premonition, like, I don't, a sixth sense kind of sort. But oh, it's going to be Lapu Lapu ban. Now, that's definitely a good hero to be banned because you would definitely want to be on your guard against that kind of a roam. But let's see, it's going to be Deadshot with the pick. And now they actually need a roamer and a marksman. Show you ready? Or what can we go with? What else is actually good? We don't have a marksman from the blue team either, so it's gonna be hard to determine. But it's
Luna!
gonna be blue and to Luna.
Let's go. You guys wanted it. You guys got it. The Luna has just been picked. One of the hardest heroes to play in all of Honor of Kings. And well, we are proud to see her in play, especially with India being just at the starting point of the game. Let's see how it goes. But Deadshot, he just picked up a Kui.
Oh,
Is
my
this real
God.
or is it Chocobas trolling at this point?
This was a good strategy. Hoyi manages to connect the Burning Sun arrow. It gets a lot of stun as well as it is a cross map ultimate. So a good hook with the Burning Sun arrow is gonna be so crazy. But let's see. I feel like both of them have decent amount of experience. Like not just both the teams. I mean both of them as in. So all the 10 players have a lot of decent experience in the game. So I feel like they do know what they are doing. The question is, are we excited to see Uvu and to the Luna? Also, guys, we had pact threads, you don't know, but me and Jenny made a pact. We are going to call him W because he was an ADC and he has a Uvu face, which is kind of like a W, and it's just
True.
very hard to pronounce it every time. So what I'm asking you is, this Luna is gonna be telling us whether Luna is a W or an L because that is very important for the game. And once again, we can see the game has started. In mid lane is gonna be Gun and Mo firing all those blades right into the air.
That is so true. As we get into it, Yama Esports on the blue side, Chocobas on the red. But for now, this is the final match you're going to witness in the Blossom Cup. Everything has led to this moment. Team Yama on the back foot. They have everything else to win, while Chocobas, well, they are just one step behind from getting the crown. Who is going to get it at the end of this night is yet to be determined. But with what we saw, the carnage we saw in the first match, Chocobas definitely being shown how the game is played. For now, it is going to be a soft start at the same point. Chocobars, though, they can accelerate from the first gear to the fifth real quick. So, of the draft, do you think Chocobars have a great draft here? Because I feel there is a lot of skills to execute, and if Chocobars kind of mess up, they are going to be facing the consequences. Just like this hook here.
Uh, this time around, I wouldn't say this is a draft which I would have recommended. It's not bad. It's not like they do not have any combos at all. But it's not like all five of them go together. As like I literally like the draft, like that is exactly something I would have drafted myself. But oh, Luna trying to go in with the moonscape, looking
Uh-oh.
at that, but okay, she kind of missed out. That's fine because it's still pretty early into the game, and we were a lot of chances to see Luna mess up. I mean, Luna like mess up the enemy team. Hey!
Yeah,
I'm not getting negative about anyone yet.
hmm some people calling Luna Candy, maybe that's the real name, but and then again, it is a situation where W has to prove himself,
Alright, I'm
and
not there. Like I did tell this to Jenny. Like that is the meme of the player. Like his IGN was Candy or something. So everyone calls him Candy, and we started singing. I'll take you to the candy shop, and we were
ouch,
actually having fun and all.
that's not appropriate
But
for the stream. But yeah, for
that's
now, you can see that that is exactly what I was talking about. If they do not connect their skill shots to Team Chocobar, it is going to be an open competition for Yama Esports because their heroes, they are pretty easy to play and pretty easy to work with. While there are some conditions which Team Chocobars need to fulfill in order to get a successful team fight.
yep, and oh look at that, the burning sun arrow going, and oh Shin coming in with the body block, but
Oh,
grab it.
that
Look
hook was
at that
great, but
tweet.
the
Exactly,
beast
that's
has been
exactly
unleashed.
what I said. That a burning sun arrow with a hook from Kui is gonna be such a good combo. All there was not enough support, and that's a
Oh, once
very
more.
good reflex. Yeah,
Yeah, but
but
Luna,
yeah, the thing
Luna!
with of course, she has the Jade Rock,
Oh,
so it's gonna be the Jade hero.
that is
Let's
not going to work out. So far, I think Candy is not really having a good moment of his life. The first objective is easily going to Team Yama Esports, and this might have been Chocobas being a little too aggressive, little too confident. And well, this has to be a lot of skills to be shown for Team Chocobas to
Oh,
actually
once
land this
again, the
one.
burning sun arrow. Look at that! Into the void coming in from Kui, and how the
No?
enhanced sides, but not enough damage right now. Once again, look at
Oh,
that!
my God,
A double
double
kill!
kill!
Oh
Make it a
my god!
triple!
This
What?
is definitely not looking good. Like, I feel like they are playing a bit overzealous after the last match.
Yeah, I mean, that is mad skills from Timo right there, as he gets another one as well. Wow, that is crazy coming out. Timo getting the turret as well as triple kills. That is huge for Yama Esports. They might be able to replicate or even better the performance which Team Chocobars did in the first game.
Now, there's this point, like, if they actually can replicate something which Chocobars did in the last game, as well as, like, maybe end earlier, even if it is a decent push, then they actually have a chance to win this tournament. So let us see what is it gonna be. It is gonna be the line for the title of the Blossom Cup champions. Oh, look at that once again.
Oh, the engage is coming through. Who is going to dive in is the question. Nobody for this one. But definitely both these teams want a piece of each other. Doesn't matter the scoreline, doesn't matter the goal difference. But look at that. Yama Esports, they know the drill. They want to end it. They do not want to give a chance, an opportunity for Chocobars to strike back. And that is how aggressive Yama Esports are going. They got the bottom turret, they got the top as well. This is looking like a really good time for the goal lead to be taken away from Chocobars.
Korea is not exactly that sustain-worthy, so it could also be like they could deal a lot of damage in the late
Oh,
game. So once
Hey!
again, the amount of hooks are crazy. Calling it into the void is a little slow. It's not his fault. It's just a hero who's built like this. But at the same
Mhm,
time, did you notice a lot of flashes? Like Howland's flash, the instinctive flashes are so good as well. The score is 4-0 right now. Are we gonna see a replay of last match? This is not as impressive as last match, but this time around, they are definitely doing pretty good.
I mean, so far so good is Yama Esports. Thank God that it was a disengage coming from Grace the Lord or Grace Thy Lord, because without that, that would have been a certain kill and the first kill for Team Chocobars. But so far, it is kind of Sunyabata Sonata for Team Chocobars at this point.
Uh-huh.
Four kills.
Oh, look at that once
Pretty
again.
similar, but here we go. Just as I talk about it, Luna getting that kill. It is going to be the first kill for
Oh
Team
my
Chocobas at
god.
the 7th minute of the game.
Bro, you have a toxic tongue. Why did you flag him? Like, that is definitely a flag because the moment you talked about Grace thy Lord has graced him. And now he's
Hmm.
in heaven with his Lord. But then again, do you notice, like, a lot of hooks are actually connecting on to the Queen? At the same time,
Hmm.
a lot of flickers and a lot of battle spells are being like beaten out or wasted just because of this hero. So even though he does not have a lot of sustain, he's definitely doing a good job of like, wasting resources or
Oh,
who and the other
Luna
hand
once
Luna gets
again!
kill.
Once again out of nowhere. This is Team Chocobas getting something out of nothing right now, or nothing right now. Because things are looking pretty good and rising for Team Chocobas. Right now, Team Yama Esports, they better be careful. You know what Chocobas are careful of. The question is, can you maintain the same tempo you had in the early game? With that being said, Matt Timo is going to be a really important player here, a really important hero. The Tyrant has just been stolen, Luna getting that one, and this is an opportunity for Team Chocobas to bounce back.
Now you realize that the Tyrant being secured by Team Chocobars is like 2 points tonight to Team Yama Sports right now. And in their scoreline, like these points are definitely detrimental. Like even if they win, the scoreline is gonna matter a lot about how many objectives they've taken.
Woo!
Once again into
Gun
the
and Mo getting
void.
the kill.
Seriously, we just
Oh
were
my god,
sent out to the void.
but
But
he got shut down by Hui! And here comes Byron at the end as well. Double kill. Make it three. Cause Ganmo has got the kill as well. A total wipeout coming out of nowhere for Yama Esports. We did warn you guys. Chocobas, all they need is a little bit of an edge and they'll take you for a mile. And in this kill, the mile is the entire mid lane of Team Yama Esports.
uh-huh. This kind of gameplay is definitely impressive. Look at that, the Burning Sun arrow hit. Oh my god, that was
Deleted.
such a good combo. You are deleted instantly. The amount of damage coming in from Gun and Mo, that is impressive as well.
Deleted off the face of the earth as Team Chocobas looking for another objective, another nail in the coffin for Yama Esports, as every one of these objectives matter in the point system. That is, of course, if they can even win this one out. And well, whatever we witnessed in the early game, it's all done, it's all out. Now all they have is to make some sort of a comeback. And right now, the scoreboard, look at the scoreboard. The gold as well as the kills all in favor of Team
Oh,
Chocobas. One more hook coming in. The void quite doesn't land, but who needs the void when you are putting the opponents into darkness itself? Marco Polo once again with a sacrificial ultimate gets deleted by Gun and Mo, and that is just what can happen if you have a skilled Gun and Mo in the opponent. He can just ruin your whole team.
now this is exactly like not exactly the type of match where Marco Polo would be doing good. But then again, they do not really have enough farm. With the rampage, he did give out his shutdown. And
Oh,
there's a chance we will come back. Waiting checkerboard has been set. Luna
killing
off
spree.
killing spree, but the turrets, they are just not lasting.
Two more. Shoot one more Kevin in as well. And Kui with another hook on his premise. And Chocobar, well, it is kind of Yama Esports thinking and wondering what have we done wrong to have this kind of a punishment being dealt to them. It is kind of looking pretty one-sided. I gotta agree with the audience, but if anybody can, it has to be Yama Esports at this point thinking about it. That is going to be a gracious effort coming in from Grey Style Lord to actually save his teammates from getting hooked by Kui right here. But yeah, it is kind of looking like that shot doesn't miss, and another objective is what is in the eyes of Team Chocobars and Yama Sports. They don't even want to be near such objectives at this point. They do not want to get blasted away.
Yep, they are definitely trying their best to hold on, but oh, look at that. Once again, I think there are a lot of hooks are actually landing. This is way more than an average like hit rate or connect rate. Once again, are we gonna see it? Yes, it is.
One
And
more
that
time.
move with a lot of damage as well. The outburst ultimate just baited out. Now this is not good because without his ultimate, he does not have a lot of disengage. So this is exactly the time Team Chocobars can actually dive in. The Burning Sun arrow actually missed out. Holy.
So did
Okay,
Kui,
we did
but
see that, but yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Now this is the time they can actually end it. Once again, look
Uh-oh,
at that.
uh-oh.
Machine trying to go into
Nice
the checkerboard,
work.
but oh, it's gonna be an
Perfect ultimate coming out from Marco, but he has to escape. Will he escape with the 1% HP is the question. No, he gets taken away. Double kill coming out from Byron. It is gonna be defeat. Using gets a kill as well. Hui with the godlike wiped out is Yama Esports. And here we go, your new kings of the crown. Blossom Cup has just ended with a banger. Team Chocobars taking it all away. Here we go, India. Your honor of kings. Kings have reigned supreme. Team Chocobars reigning on top. And it's just not even the beginning.
Definitely, this is just the pre-beginning. So even before the beginning, look at what we have. The Indian market, the Indian players are so saturated. I'm pretty sure a lot of orgs and a lot of people, the companies and the game devs are going to be so impressed about the results because we do have a lot of esports potential. And it's not just Team Chocobars, but all the teams who have participated into the tournament have actually displayed a lot of good plays. But overall, guys, we have our vectors with a scoreboard of 4-0. We have Team Chocobars getting the champion title of the Blossom Cup, the SSS rated World Cup of the First Order in the region exclusive Indian subcontinent, with the second position going to Yama Esports with a scoreline of 2-2. And finally, last but not the least, of course, it's going to be PUPU'S gang with a scoreline of 0-4. Ruds, what do you feel about all these three teams and the future that is in store for them?
Well, all I would like to say is do not count any team out. Both of these teams, in fact, all 24 teams in this tournament have shown immense grit, immense performance, especially because they had literally a few weeks to prepare for this and they have shown how things can go. As for Team Chocobas, they have been the OGs in the community, they have been practicing a lot. So it is only fair that they do win this one. But come at the whole lockdown and come at the whole launch of the game can change, and that is what we are aiming at, changing the whole ecosystem when it comes down to it. Team Chocobas might have won this one, but who is going to go to the top is what the question remains. Very soon, we'll see how the Honor of Kings ecosystem affects the whole 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 esports system for that matter. So, as I said, if you're a player looking at this screen, this is your time. Your time has come. Apna time aa gaya hai, and now it is a choice of whether you want to capitalize on it or will you let it slip. For this one, though, it has been a pleasure to cast Roots Official, and Main has just come in live. And well, I would like to thank all of the people who have made this tournament a huge success. We had a lot of, road breakers up ahead, but we managed to deliver something which might be a little bit of a fraction of what is yet to come. And what is yet to come is people being really, really good at this game. For now, it has to be a goodbye, but hey, congratulations to Team Chocobars for doing such a great performance. Main, do you have any closing remarks?
Well, I was so stunned by all the gameplays, but yeah, as Red said, the esports ecosystem is gonna be shaken up by this game, guys. So do stay tuned because we are gonna be dropping a bombshell of news soon enough, all in store for you guys on our Discord channels and onto many other social media channels right from HOK themselves. But until then, guys, stay safe, stay tuned, and thanks for watching the Blossom Cup.
See you guys real soon. Bye bye.
Blossom cup, throw it up. Hands hot, turn it up. Hey, stage lights here, hearts race fast. Game murders glow on the nameplate stack. Lock in one life, no safe path. Only one screen crown when the can flash. Thumbs on fire, mine's ice cold. Pressure in the room, but the aim stays bold. Trash talk low, let the gameplay show. Every little misstep on a highlight roll.